Hi, this is Michelle Specht. I play Dr. Elise McKenna on Star Trek Continues. Oh my God, I'm totally fangirling right now because I just met Dan Davidson and Bill Smith of the Trek Geeks Podcast. Oh my gosh, they are amazing.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Oh my God, is this it? Is this finally the end of Trek Geeks? Oh my God, he's convulsing on the floor. What's going on?
Whew, I'm back. I'm good.
Oh, damn.
Sorry about that. Hi, buddy. Bing bong.
Hi.
I'm sorry I ruined your evening by not dying.
Well,
dream.
I guess it's just like every other night.
Goodness gracious. Wow, tough crowd. Okay, great. You know what?
Got some really good stuff.
There's some good stuff. You know, I'm looking at the Patreon pin right now on my desk, and damn if that's not beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I need to look at something beautiful when we record because I really don't have anything beautiful to look at. So every once in a while, I'll look at the Patreon pin.
Is that all you're bringing to the table?
I want to be nice today. You know why? Because
you're not that bright.
I make things go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think next year for STLV, we should be packed.
Wow. Why did I have a feeling that was going to be the case?
Dude, that would be awesome. Just think about it. I mean, they're Ken Ray's favorite alien.
Have we ever seen Packlids at STLV?
I think I have years ago. I don't know if you have.
Oh, you could just show up without anything and you'd be Packlid.
But I'm like the Tom Selleck of Packlids.
Oh. No, that's Chips. Sorry.
And besides, you don't want to do that on this part.
That's true.
Because Spotify.
That's Spotify.
Dude, I would make Packlids look awesome.
Well, anything you do would be looking awesome. Because you know why? You can say it. Go ahead.
No, you say. I don't know what
you're awesome.
Say. Wow, that's really the build-up.
Was it? You don't need a build-up for that, Bill. It's not all pomp and circumstance. We're not having a state dinner or anything.
Oh, see, now I want dinner.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, so yeah, I do too.
Oh, I have.
You have. I have, and I'm waiting. That's all right.
I have. I'm in the middle of a summer nutrition challenge. So I've been tracking my macros. I'm sure this is really exciting for everybody listening to the outtake. But today was day one of getting back on track, and I'm doing pretty okay, which I'm very happy about. So
you're using Excel for this?
No. There's an app called MyFitnessPal, and my nutrition coach at the gym has given me specific macros for fat, carbs, and protein, as well as a daily caloric goal. And the goal is to come as close to it on all four of those numbers as possible.
Oh, okay. You said you were tracking your macros, so I thought you used an Excel.
Yeah, macronutrients.
Oh, I thought you meant macros like formulas in Excel.
No, although I could. I do have an Excel ninja who lives in my house. I tell you, my wife has done things with Excel that I just didn't know were possible. Yeah,
same with Sue. I mean, I guess the whole, she's an underwriter and your wife's an accountant, so they use that program and they do things with it. I use the sum formula really well.
I still type in the formula instead of using the stupid sum button.
That. Yeah. And I hit the top to make it go in alphabetical order, and then I hit it again to go backwards. I can use Excel.
I have used conditional formatting.
Oh, tricky.
I know. I'm good. I learned things. Unlike a pack.
Well, that's true too.
But seriously, next year for the big convention, wherever it's going to be. We don't know if it'll be Vegas or not because we don't know if Creation's going to have it. But let's assume for the moment they are. So Vegas next year, let's do Packlids.
I'm up for that.
Let's commit to it right now. You were in? All right.
You know that was?
You've heard it here first on the Trek Geeks podcast, the flagship of the Trek Geeks Podcast Network.
180.
Next year, STLV 2020, during Voyager 25, we will be Packlids on the set.
We should be the weird looking aliens from the Doctor. Oh, you haven't gotten there yet. I don't want to tell you. Never mind.
But Packlids, we can do that too. But
Packlids.
All right.
Yeah. Go. See, I can sound like him too. I was like Peter Griffinish.
You be the only Arnold sounding Packlid there.
Yeah, I'm smart. I make things go. Yeah, we want more.
Jody is smart.
Gee, I'm gonna cough again.
That's the best.
Awful
part.
Metcon today, so I'm coughing up a storm.
My wife said it was pretty brutal.
Brutal.
She normally loves Metcon.
I did not appreciate this at all. Yeah, it wasn't great, but you got to do what you got to do. So I did. I'm done.
And you're a better man for it.
I appreciate that. I don't feel too good.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the hardest decision is just going to the gym that day.
That should be it.
It's not doing the things. It's actually walking through the door. Sometimes that's the hardest workout you have.
That could be like a country song. It could be like the title, what you just said. Sometimes the hardest part doing a workout. I hate country music.
I was going to say, this is coming from the guy who does not listen to country music.
I'm not a country music fan. I'm sorry for all those fans out there. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you love it. I just have no desire to ever listen to it ever. I'd rather watch Star Trek.
Brad Paisley's a big Star Trek fan.
As he should be.
Yeah, he's smart. He makes things.
Is he a country singer? Oh,
he is.
Good. Okay.
He is. He's a very
Church, I think.
Eric Church.
See?
I've seen Eric Church. My wife is a big fan.
All right. Steven Tyler did a country album, I think, once. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Okay.
And I'm not a huge country fan. I like music of all kinds, but Steven Tyler's album is, as you might imagine, not great.
If you like it a little bit, that's good. That means you're a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
So you're telling me in Vegas you want to go see Donnie and Marie on their farewell tour?
No, I saw enough of them during the 70s. Back when they were, relevant.
Every Friday night on ABC.
Purple socks, baby.
I used to have purple socks because of Donny
Osmond.
Osmond.
Still do somewhere. But not because of Donny Osmond. Just because purple.
Oh, I was just going to go really dark, but this is Trek Geeks and we can't really do that. So I'll ask you tomorrow at work. Are you ready to do this?
I am ready. Let's do it. This is going to be a fun one. I can talk like a whale.
As opposed to just looking like
one. So now I'm fat. Okay.
Are you ready?
Not now. Yes, sure. Why not?
All right. Bing bong.
Hi.
I feel things. Oh my God.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
No, I went to the gym. I went to the gym.
Oh, yes. I did not go to the gym, and I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am. Sorry.
Because you'd feel like me.
As long as I don't look like you, I really don't care.
Well, that would be a step up or at least 2 or 3 for you.
So how was it tonight?
It was rough, man. Yeah. I tell you what.
What?
Yeah, my typical rule is start on the turf.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because the harder things seem to be on the turf. Yeah, that was absolutely the case tonight.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And I started there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an add-a-round. So,
those are no fun.
Oh, yeah.
And let me guess. If you do the whole round, which nobody ever does, you got to, go backwards.
That's exactly it.
There you go.
Well, somebody like my wife might be able to do the whole round. But so here was the add-a-round. 10 kettlebell high pull swings.
Okay.
15 med ball slams.
Yeah.
5 push-ups with a slider reach on each side.
That's horrible.
So you do a push-up and you get one of your hands on a slide board. And when you are in the down position, as you're going down, you're pushing your arm out on the slider.
That's torturous.
Oh, my God. Kettlebell goblet walking lunges.
I'm not good with lunges.
Split stance row with kettlebell.
That's okay.
Gator crawl.
Hate them.
Oh, and 20 band curls. So those were the 7 things. And, you'd add around each time. So first you do number 1, and then you do 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3. And there's no stopping. It was 20 minutes.
Sometimes I get tired when I'm done number 1 and number 2, so I can't imagine keeping going with 3,
what
4, 5.
What is wrong
No,
with
I mean, those ones that you were talking about, those are tough ones. Well, medicine ball slams aren't really that bad, so I like those.
That they are after you do 10 high pull swings.
You know what's funny? Let me tell you a funny story about medicine ball slams, which is kind of weird, but I don't know why. Whenever I do medicine ball slams, I almost always lose my wedding ring off my hand. I don't do anything else, but it always slides around, and I don't know why.
I don't wear my wedding band to the gym because it's titanium.
Yeah.
And as soon as I start losing weight, it just flies right off. So I wear a silicone ring.
Yep.
That I got. It was cheap. It was on Amazon, and it stays on. That's what I wear in Vegas too because my fingers swell. Right. This is fascinating listening.
This is the outtake of all outtakes. I'm ready to fall asleep myself. Actually.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Yeah, exactly. So I want to see Godzilla.
Willingly?
Yes, I really do. I've always been a Godzilla fan. I cannot stand the Matthew Broderick Godzilla that came out, I don't know when. It's just horrible. It doesn't look like Godzilla at all. It's stupid. The eggs in Madison Square Garden. I just don't like that one. I loved the one that just came out a few years ago. I really thought it was great. I liked Bryan Cranston's small part that he had, and I love the special effects in it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Godzilla.
I'm really kind of fascinated by this whole thing, how they just sort of keep retelling Godzilla. But I see, for me, and this is just me, it has to have the Japanese overdub. It's gotta have, the mouth not matching what's being said, or else to me it just doesn't seem like a Godzilla movie.
That's funny. I think with today's technology, I always love to see how special effects evolve. And movies like this, like the other night, we just watched Kong Skull Island. At the very end was on, and we watched that. And it's just, I love movies that have advanced special effects the way they have. And Godzilla is definitely looking like that's going to be one of them. King of the monsters.
You're the king of the monsters. You are a monster.
Thank you.
I don't mean that in a good way. Why are you
I'm gonna take it as a good way though, and I appreciate it. And you're a hell of a nice person for saying so.
We've been watching a series on Netflix called Slasher.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
And I think it's produced in Canada, largely Canadian actors. Season 1 is a little more mind bleepery.
Ah.
Seasons 2 and 3 are all about the shock and gore. We watched season 3 next because Netflix screwed up in the way it presented it to us. So we started season 2.
Oh.
And we stopped because I think it didn't really settle well with my wife because the first guy who got killed in season 2 opened a door and then had a chainsaw stabbed through him.
Nice.
And then it motioned all the way up his body. It was great special effects, I will say that. But.
See, right now I'm looking at you as you're in the camera and I'm just imagining. And you can just see my smile getting wider and wider. That actually happened in a similar movie, Hatchet, which took place down in the bayou. And the guy who played Jason in the Friday the 13th movies played this deformed killer down there. And at one point, the guy, he was he's been in Star Trek, I believe. He was also in The Fugitive. He was the cop who said that he saved everybody on the bus when it crashed, but he really didn't. He was like cut from shoulder all the way down to the groin with a knife in one scene, and it was pretty brutal. So yeah, yummy. So I'm gonna have to check out this show. Get some ideas.
I hate you.
Well, I have another story about similar to that, which is sad but funny at the same time.
Oh, great. Wait, we're going to tell sad stories on the outtake now?
Well, yeah, we have to because it all goes together because you'll be happy because it has to do with me dying. So that would be nice.
So it's a celebratory story.
Exactly. Sue would always tease me when we were joking around and stuff. She goes, I'm going to just drive you up to the boonies in Maine and just string you up on some tree really up high and just leave you there. And I'm like, wow, I love you. So the other night we're watching Northwood's Law, which is a reality show about the fish and game officers in New Hampshire and Maine and stuff like that, and they had different stories. And there was just one story about a teenager who had gone missing for 4 days, and there was a big search for him, and they had a whole bunch of people out in the woods looking for him, and the father was there, and they found him, and he was strung up in a tree, and he had unfortunately committed suicide. And it's not something that you normally would expect to see, but here's my point. And it was very sad. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is one of those stories where they actually, something bad happened, because normally it always feels good. But she looked at me and went, I will never say that to you again about jokingly.
Why are we telling this story on the outtake?
Because it popped into my head. We were talking about different ways, chainsaws through the chest and hatchets down the shoulder, and you wanting me to be strung up in a tree, and so it just popped in my head. So anyway,
here's why I'll never do anything to you. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because with my luck, you'd turn into an arch supervillain and be my nemesis.
You mean I'd be a crappy movie?
No, I mean like you'd be the Joker to my Batman.
I understand. Thank you. I was trying to make a joke.
Yeah, you made a crappy joke.
Well, it's a crappy movie.
Shut up. I mean, that's why I'll never do anything, because with my luck, it won't get rid of you.
I will come back. Yeah.
Yeah, we took a dark turn this week.
It was.
Do you realize it was about 4 years ago this time that you first did the coconut song?
Wow. I like coconut coffee. I remember it very well.
Everybody say, huh?
Wow. You know, Swamp Thing got canceled already?
What do you mean?
There was a Netflix series.
There was?
Swamp Thing. And
this might explain why it was canceled.
Exactly. And the trailer for it looked kind of creepy and intense. And somebody on Twitter actually wrote they were doing official reviews for it, but they had to they couldn't do the review because they were jumping out of their skin every 10 seconds. It aired one episode this past week, and it has already been canceled. They're going to show the rest of the season, and then it's done. They already canceled it after one episode.
I didn't even know it happened. So
it doesn't have Adrian Barbeau. It's not worth it.
Well, hey, she's Deep Space Nine. So.
I understand that. Thank you. Really? I didn't know that, Bill. What?
Of course you didn't, because you're an idiot.
Idiot. Hey, we said idiot almost at the same time.
You really got to watch more of The Office for Dwight Schrute.
I do. I've been using a lot more Office GIFs on Twitter lately because they've been needed.
Maybe you should take a GIF of this.
Wow. People, I'm just so glad that you don't have to see his hatred and vitriol.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not. Yeah, I like your chair, though.
I have a Star Trek chair.
Random things just come at me.
I have a Star Trek chair.
You do. I have a chair.
You ready to do this, jerk?
Yes, I am. Whew.
Bing bong.
Bing bong, groovy, groovy, town.
What? So we're still on groovy, town. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, that was the last one. It's out of my system now.
Just immediately before this, Dan dropped that on the mic, the groovy, town, and it apparently doesn't come from anywhere.
It doesn't. It just comes from my empty cobweb-infested head.
That's the most accurate description of your brain function I've ever heard.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I had weird dreams last night.
Really?
Yeah. First of all, this is probably why it happened. So, did you see the story on Twitter about the graves in Thailand?
No.
There was a cemetery in Thailand, and they took video yesterday morning. All the graves had been broken open, and there were no bodies in any of them. Very strange. Very
Sounds
weird.
like a Netflix series.
Yeah. And so I had a dream last night that I was flying overseas to, I think, Thailand, and my orders from whatever secret mission I was doing was in my suitcase along with my passport, my money, my clothes, everything. And we got to Thailand. I went through customs. I went to a room, and I lost my luggage. And I spent the rest of my dream frantically trying to search for it, so I'm tired.
I have so many questions. The first of which is, when do stewardesses go on secret missions?
Flight attendant.
Stewardess. And I say that jokingly because Dan was a flight attendant at one point in his life.
Yes.
Second of which, who would have sent you on a secret mission?
The Omega Sector, the last line of defense.
What is that?
That's from True Lies, baby. The movie True Lies.
Oh, no, I got it.
And you know who stars in that, don't you?
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is in that movie and she True Lies.
Tom Arnold?
Harry Stamper. Well, no, wrong movie.
Tom Arnold?
Tom Arnold was fantastic in that movie. He was so funny. He was like the Jeff Daniels from Dumb and Dumber. The big name was not as funny as the secondary actor in the movie. It was awesome. He was awesome.
Bill Paxton?
Bill Paxton was good in that too. Rest his soul.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Eliza Dushku?
What? Yes. Very much.
I'm going to go through everybody who's in this movie.
That's
who's
right.
Not named. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes. I'm going to go right to the front door.
See, now I just keep expecting you to speak in Arnold, and when you stop it's
cheering me up.
Sorry.
It's disappointing when you actually stop talking like Arnold, because then you sound like you again.
Wow, that hurts.
The best part was the image on your camera froze and your eyes were closed like this. And then I heard, wow, that hurts.
That's going to be my Galt look for a lot of my pictures.
And so for those who may not be in Camp Kittimer, one, you really should be. But
yes.
Two, Dan posted a photo of his costume so far, including his Galt collar and the backing for his cloak. And it just looks stellar. It's going to be so awesome.
Thanks, dude. I am so excited on how this whole thing is coming out. I've never done cosplay before like this, where I've actually had to make something. So to be able to get that material to make the backing for the cloak and the badge that he wears in front with the Triskelion logo, I'm like, oh, this is going to be wreck. But I got to say, thankfully, YouTube videos really explain how to do stuff well. And I'm very excited on how this is going to look. It's going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait. And I'm going to, whenever we take pictures, I'm going to have people take picture for me on my phone, so I get all of them also. And I'm going to put a special effect of my eyes glowing like Galt did for all of those pictures, and I'll post them to Twitter after the fact.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Now, I know you weren't going to do this, and I'm going to implore you to do this. I'm going to ask our listeners to beg you to do this. Please wear something under your cloak. I know you were going to go the Scottish.
No.
I know you're planning on airing it out. But for the love of all that's Trekness, please wear something under your cloak.
That was a dirty rumor spread by Casey. I will not be commando under my cloak. I will have a G-string and tank top on. Yes.
No, we need more than that. So please hit him on Twitter at Trek Geek Dan. Please tell him that he needs to wear something substantive.
I will have a pair. I actually already know what I will be wearing. I'll be wearing a pair of black shorts and a Star Trek Continues all black T-shirt.
I'm not buying that for a second. I know you.
I've already got it set aside.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're going to actually put it on.
Oh, I
know you.
Absolutely. I will say it's going to be hot under that cloak because Brooke did a fantastic job with it, but it's heavy. So I'm looking for the air conditioning that day. I'll tell you that.
At Trek Geek Dan. Okay, you ready to do this?
I'm always ready. You ready?
I'm the one running the show. Of course I'm ready.
Groovy, ta-ta.
Oh, jeez. Bing bong.
That was gross.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Yes, the old ones, bing bong. It is an early morning and I have not had coffee.
You need to start working on your Galt, not your Ruck.
I know. That's true.
What does Galt sound like?
Galt? He's oh my God. You know who he sounds like? Mr. Ruskin.
If you're going to say Joseph Ruskin, I was going to shut down this recording right now.
You want to hear an interesting thing about Mr. Ruskin? I like calling him Mr. Ruskin because he's just so cool. I did not know this until I was listening to Mission Log this week. He is the only other person besides Major Barrett Roddenberry.
Who?
I'm sorry, I was looking down. On my screen. Besides Major, to be in every series of Star Trek until Discovery, of course. He was in every one. He was an extra in Insurrection, so that counts as TNG. I did not know that. So he and Major are the only two people to be in all of the series before Discovery. That's amazing.
Now, I'm going to go on a whim here because it's been a long time since I've rewatched Enterprise. I'm guessing that Major's appearance counts as the computer in the finale?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, and I was amazed by that, and it took me a while to remember what Major was. But that's
That's pretty cool. So I will be cosplaying a living, well, not a living, but a Star Trek legend.
Wow, thanks for walking that one back.
It's not like Tom Petty's going to be there or anything.
Were you just doing your Tom Petty impersonation right now? All right, so Dan and his brother-in-law have this running joke about Tom Petty, so we apologize for anybody who's a Tom Petty fan.
And I'm a huge Tom Petty fan, and I've actually said to Sue last night, I have grown to appreciate his music to a new level since his unfortunate passing. But my brother-in-law, for some reason, with all the people that have died and all the stars that they always come out with these things when they pass away, and their music seems to become more popular. For some reason, I just always make, I hate to say joke because it's not funny, but about Tom Petty. Whenever a Tom Petty song comes on and we're together, I just like.
I think it's because of the reaction you get out of your brother-in-law.
Yeah. So, and I always try to make up new lyrics for the songs that are on when he's playing to get under my brother-in-law's skin. It's pretty funny.
That really is the beautiful part. Just knowing that his head is probably imploding from you doing that.
True.
Which I endorse, quite honestly.
Well, I appreciate that. Then I'll keep going with it.
Well, you're a credit to that uniform. But be careful. You don't want to go overboard on this because we don't want you to suffer any Bassin Coleridge.
Bassin Coleridge is a bad thing. I'm going to have to come up with a Bassin Coleridge lozenge because that would help with Bassin Coleridgeitis.
How does one actually prevent Bassin Coleridge? I mean,
I'm not sure. Before we continue with that conversation, don't move. Back up. Move back up just a little tiny bit, but don't move your shoulder. I want to point out something to the listeners talking about it. Your left shoulder, or your shoulder that's showing, the crease in your shirt looks like a Starfleet Delta. Now it's gone because you moved, dummy.
You told me to back up.
Yeah, but you backed up too much. Anyway, Bassin Coleridgeitis.
You're an idiot.
I just see deltas everywhere.
There's your delta.
Yeah, there you go. I got my delta right here.
Yeah, you keep talking.
Okay, so yeah. Anyway, that was our people who are maybe wondering about Bassin Coleridge. Very, very serious. That very nice delta you got there.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to become a Patreon to be able to understand what that actually is. So there you go.
Well, no, we can't just start dropping the term on the flagship and not tell people what it is.
No purchase necessary. Yeah.
We're in the outtake.
That's true. No, it's actually it's my made up word of the week, and it's a tear of the vocal cord subcutaneous region. And I can't believe I didn't screw that up, but I'll go with it.
You screw up the title of the podcast, and yet you said the word subcutaneously.
Subcutaneousness.
You are a study in contrasts.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Not the first word I was going to go with, but okay.
Not okay. Wow. Yeah.
Yes, you are such a putt.
So we're getting ready for America's birthday this week as we record. Pretty exciting. Going to be a nice week.
Yeah, it's Thursday, I think.
Thursday is the 4th of July, Independence Day. Got to watch the Red Sox and Yankees play the first game in Europe in history yesterday, and it was horrible.
I couldn't care less because it's in Europe.
Well, yeah, but I think this is what I said. I was talking to my family last night at dinner. I personally think this is a test because I think in a few years we're going to see a Major League Baseball team based in London. It's got sort of along the lines of the NFL. I think the same thing with the NFL. So they're testing it out, seeing what kind of turnout they have, and the place was packed, of course. They got their money's worth because it was 17-13. 30 runs were scored in the game. So we'll see.
Was it a softball game?
No. Well, the deepest part of the park was 385 feet to center field. That's how they built they turned the London Stadium into a baseball field, and that's a pretty short wall, especially when you got sluggers from the Yankees like Aaron Judge and people from the Red Sox like I don't know, none of them really did good yesterday, so never mind.
Well, yeah, everybody was going yard because it's only 385 to center. So
yeah. So anyway, little sports. I always got to throw a little sports talk into the podcast, so we'll move on.
Yeah, I'm great because everybody who was listening stopped about a minute and a half ago.
We should. We already did Take Me Out to the Holosuite, so we already did a sports related one. We're not going to do the boxing one in Voyager because that one's just lame. So
Episode's not great.
Not good. So I don't know of any other really sports ones. We could do the one with Riker's dad because they have that game. What is it?
And Bujitsu.
And Bujitsu. I couldn't remember the first.
Sorry, and Bojitsu.
And Bojitsu, yes. And, of course, Pulaski and Riker. So, anyway.
They were playing a different kind of jiu-jitsu. Bounce, chicka, wow, wow.
Coconut.
Yes, hearkening back to episode 15.
Yes. That's
Coconut.
That's a long time ago.
A long time. 4.5 years.
Isn't that amazing? Congratulations, man.
Congratulations to you, buddy. It's amazing to think that coming up in the early part of 2020, just mere 6.5 months from now, we'll be talking about our fifth anniversary.
I'm Hugh Downs, and this is 2020.
Does that make me Barbara Walters?
Yes.
Are you ready to do this?
Yes.
Bing bong.
Oh, that was nice. Bing bong.
Oh, don't go to the Britney thing. You sound like you're dry heaving when you do that.
Sorry.
Ugh. I think I just threw up in the back of my throat a little.
Oh, well, then mission accomplished.
Well, welcome back from vacation, buddy.
Yes, thank you. It's very good to be back. It's always good to be back.
You had a beautiful week at the lake.
It was fantastic. We had one day of showers and thunderstorms. A branch almost fell on my head, but that's okay.
Damn it!
I know. I'm sorry you're disappointed, but great day. It was quiet. There was no boat traffic all week. It was very nice. Sue and I kayaked many miles. Saw an eagle. So for real this time, Matt, I saw an eagle, and it was awesome. And I'm going to tell you this quick story because it was so awesome. We were kayaking at the lake, and there is an eagle, and they call it the Winnisquam eagle. So we went to its nest, which was a few miles away, and we're sitting there watching it. And it comes out of the tree and flies over us and flies off. Then it flies back, and it lands on a rock that's sticking out of the water a little bit. So we start slowly kayaking over to it just to see if we can get a good look at it. It flies off the rock. And I'm not exaggerating at all when I say this. It flew in between Sue and I at water level at about 10 feet away. It was glorious. It was really cool.
Now, what kind of eagle? Are we talking like American bald eagle?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
There's been a nest at a certain tree on Winnisquam for 3 years now, I think. And each year there are new babies in there. And these babies are growing up fast because they were pretty big this year.
So why did you attack the symbol of America?
I didn't. Oh, no.
Why were you trying to hurt those little eagle babies? That's the only reason why the mother would come after you.
You're not going there. She flew by and she kind of gave us a little, see ya, pal. It was
Why do you hate America?
I'm here from the Audubon Bird Society.
Oh,
my name is Barry.
Hi, Barry.
Bing and bong. Firstly, did you hear the call of that eagle?
I didn't hear the call of the eagle, but I heard the call of the chicks in the nest, and I actually have it on my phone.
That's pretty cool. Did you know?
If you had heard the call, what might it have sounded like?
That's actually the sound of an eagle. The red-tailed hawk makes the iconic keer sort of sound that the eagle is always superimposed with on your guys's, hooray for America flying over the Grand Canyon kind of thing. The red-tailed hawk actually makes that noise. The bald eagle makes this kind of noise. It's very majestic. And actually, I was out with Stacy the other day, and we saw an eagle, and it was beautiful as well. It did not fly, and it didn't give us a little hey there, and that's an amazing story of it flying between there. But I think Dan.exe has just crashed.
This is amazing because I was asking Dan because it was going to sound stupid, and then you chime in with actual science, which is what I'm going to call this, even though it's really just reporting what bird calls do. Hashtag
I'm a bird nerd.
Barry's bird calls.
I'm a bird nerd.
It sounded like Trek Geeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Did you know, actually, Stacy, my better half, came by the other day, actually, when she was out on a run, and she's like, Barry, I think I saw a bald eagle, or I thought I saw a bald eagle, but it turned out to just be a raven with a bagel. And I thought that hashtag Manitoban Canadian, being like, oh, I thought that was an eagle, but no, he's just a raven. He took my bread.
Hashtag raven with a bagel.
I'm tired. I'm already tired.
Dan's brain is full.
Which is the first time for everything. I got to say. So thank you, Bill.
Well, all three of those cells, don't usually work at the same time.
They're dividing and conquering as we speak.
Well,
there goes one.
I don't think they're dividing or conquering.
Like each other? Is this going to be like, let that be your last battlefield?
There can be only one.
Oh, there's electricity coming out of his
Sorry,
mouth.
that was my running through the hallway. Bad impersonation.
That was almost as good as your Neelix lungs.
That is good. Yeah. Nobody can see it. So
seriously, though, I need to visit New Hampshire because, Dan, the pictures that you shared, those were idyllic. Absolutely beautiful.
I got to tell you, I've said it before. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but Disney is our favorite vacation spot for going on vacation, but not relaxing. The camp that we've gone to since I was an infant is, at least now, Sue and I have been married 16 years. It is our favorite place on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Is that camp. It's absolutely something we look forward to every year. And this year was no exception.
Barry, you're welcome to move in here to this condo when Kelly and I move.
Okay. Sounds good.
You'll meet Craig, who actually owns the property in Vegas. So,
if you do move to New Hampshire, though, you got to do one thing: lose the accent.
Oh, I know, right? This terrible like mid North American accent.
It just means he has to hang out on the west side of Manchester.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do your guys' East, like New England accent, but I can do the Nova Scotian park your car in the harbor sort of accent. They everything has very hard R's over there.
Really? Almost kind of like Minnesota. Maybe.
Yeah. There is a bit of an oh yeah, but in Nova Scotia, when they agree or like you say something and they want to be like, oh yeah, they go they breathe in their yeses. It's very strange.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Dan does that too. I'm leaving that alone.
We could do bird calls and Dan calls.
Well, the Dan call is easy. Hey, margarita's ready.
Coconut.
All right, there, gentlemen. Are you ready to do this?
Oh, let's do it.
I'm ready.
Whoa! That sounded a little.
So you sounded like Dirty Harry just then. Really?
No, not really.
Sorry, Ferris Bueller was on the other night.
Oh God! All right, here we go. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
That wasn't very Galtish.
I don't have the echo. I wish I had a way to reverb my voice when I'm talking when I'm as Galt, because that would be kind of neat.
I wish you had a way to mute your voice when you were talking so nobody would have to hear you.
Wow. And you just get right into it, right off the bat. You're good. You make things go, jerk. How can I be upset with you? We're less than 48 hours away from being airborne to head down to Las Vegas for a week of fun and frivolity.
It is. We've talked about this before. I mean, this really kind of re-energizes my Star Trek fandom every year.
Right.
Seeing so many other people who love the same thing we love, and getting to hang out with them and enjoy that fellowship of Trekdom really just means the world to me. So much more than some of the panels. There were a lot of great panels this year. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But this con fuels me every year. Mm-hmm. It really does.
And of course, this year, as we've said, and we will be saying as we continue forward, this is the best time in the history of Star Trek to be a Star Trek fan with everything that's going on. We've got the Picard series, we've got all these other things, and now we get to enjoy it all at Vegas with all the people that we love to meet and hang out with for that once a year. And it was cool. Jerry Ryan and Jonathan Delarco were named just the other day as being the latest guests. So Picard will weigh heavily in the desert, which is very cool. And I'm hoping something like Pike gets announced, but we'll see. That's your idea, and I'm sticking with it.
I really have to hope. I mean, I won't. I'm not going to be disappointed if they don't. Let's put it that way. I mean, we have such an overflowing, cup of Star Trek right now. Mm-hmm. We are graced with so much that we never had before. There's more Trek coming all the time, and I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth. So if they don't announce it, I'm not going to be bummed, but I really hope they announce it.
I hope they do too. And I was watching this weekend. There was some people on Twitter posting things. And what do you think of this title? Because I dig it. Star Trek 1701. I think that would be a very cool name for a Pike series.
I don't know if I like it.
I mean, Pike would be good too, of course. But I thought that was kind of different because it's not something we've ever seen before.
It is different. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. That's a great carpool conversation. Is what would they call a Pike series?
Okay.
Or what should they call a Pike series? Even if they announce a name between hither and yon.
Star Trek Wheels.
Wheels? Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Beep beep.
Yeah, that was my bad joke for the day. But I got a Farkism later, so you know it's going to get worse.
It always gets worse.
It does. Yeah. It does. So, how's the weekend? Good stuff going on?
Mostly laundry.
Yeah. Oh, they're getting ready, folding it all up, ironing. Yeah.
My back is almost 100%.
Okay, good.
A little stiffer today, but I'm just gonna do what I can in Vegas.
So I'll be able to punch you in the kidney again.
The kidney?
The kidney. Kidney.
Kidney. That's Kidney.
Help
me, Spock.
Kidney.
Help me, Spock. Is that what you do on the Trek Geeks podcast?
Yes, I do. I do a good job podcasting.
It's really weird looking at you with dark facial hair.
Yeah. Okay. So, So I did the tinting of the beard for Galt last night, and I didn't tell my wife I was going to the bathroom to do that. So I go in the bathroom and I shave my head. I actually tweeted out a picture of me shaving my head, and then I decided to do the beard. And just as I finished, she walked in. And she started a sentence, and she stopped and just went wide-eyed. And I'm like, "Hi," because it's so different. Usually I have the light brown with the white. Now it's black.
Now you look like if you made a tough face, you'd actually look tough. No, that's not tough. You just made it this sort of bug-eyed face. Like now you look like Grumpy Cat.
See, I'm not the type of person to have a mean face. I'm not that kind of person.
In the words of that sage observer of our times, Michael Jackson, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. He wrote that about me, I think.
Tito, get me a tissue.
Yeah, he didn't write that about me, though.
Jermaine, stop teasing. Wait, that's Eddie Murphy.
That's Eddie. I was going to say, who supposedly I read the other day he's going to do a stand-up routine soon.
He should do something. He's not making money anywhere else.
Like freaking Haunted Mansion, I think, was the last movie that he did that I remember.
Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, it's a Disney movie, so I saw it. Yeah.
Was it any good?
It was okay. The guy who played General Zod is in it, so it can't be that bad.
Terrence Stamp?
Yeah, he's in it. He plays the butler in the mansion.
He's one of my favorite actors of all time. He's just so underrated.
And he's good in this one, too. He's got that voice and the way that he carries himself. I mean, he looks like he's about, 100. But other than that, and that's not a bad thing. But, yeah, I was very happy to see him in that.
Kneel before Zod.
Oh, so good. Nobody will ever be better than him as Zod. I don't even know the name of the guy that played him in the other movies, but
Michael Shannon, and it just wasn't the same.
No. Yeah, this is the kind of coloring that I could use for a General Zod cosplay. Now that I think about it,
it is. I'd love to see you in that outfit. That would be hilarious.
I bet you would.
All right, Turk, you ready to do this?
I'm ready, man.
All right, let's get it going. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bing.
Bong.
Crosby.
But I don't even know what to say to that.
I know.
You caught me off guard there.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. If we could sing on the show, I'd start going right into the David Bowie Bing Crosby Christmas song.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I thought maybe you were going to come back with Denise Crosby.
Oh, what? Oh, so we're going to play that game where? All right.
I mean, that would have been a viable answer.
Denise Richards, Richard Hatch, Lost had the Hatch. I mean, we could just go on forever and ever.
No, I would have tried to keep it Star Trek after Denise Crosby.
Oh, all right. Well, that might have been a little harder.
Well, that's really the thing, right?
The seven degrees of Trekspiration.
Hey guys, that was great. Let's go get a Coke. Bing Crosby's last words.
Really?
Yeah, he was playing golf. What a shock, because the guy golfed every day. And they finished a round. He putted on 18 and said, "That was great, guys. Let's go get a Coke," and then had a heart attack right there.
Wow, I never knew that. The things that you hear during the outtake section of the Trek Geek Podcast is educational as well as informative, which is pretty much the same thing.
I'd like to think myself as a fountain or a repository of totally useless facts.
You're a fountain, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a suppository.
Whoa, where did that come from? Where did that go? Oh, never mind. Oh, my goodness.
So you're sounding a lot better than you were just 48 hours ago when I last saw you.
Blah, what a horrible week coming back from Vegas and getting con crud and for the first time, and not fun. But I'm feeling much better. I got a little bit of a cough left, but not much. It's very manageable. But, I got to say, it's worth it. It really is, because it's a great week and we had such a great time and we met so many new people and reunited with so many others, and another unforgettable, if not the best STLV that I've had in my 5 years going.
I was going to say, this is your 5th straight. This is my 9th straight. And it's right up there for me along my favorites. I had such a great time this year, which was the complete opposite of last year.
Oh, drama.
Yeah, last year was a lot of drama, a lot of things beyond our control, and we just really decided to just keep it close this year and concentrate on the things that we wanted to do. And I mean, certainly we did some work with regard to furthering the Trek Geeks Network, which I think was very, very good, very crucial to what we want to do in the coming years. But I was really kind of excited as to just how much we all laughed.
Oh, it was awesome. Laughing is the best medicine. And, I just want to be sweet to you, Bill, so I'm going to be happy all the time and do whatever I can to make you laugh and everybody else around us laugh. It was fun. It was a lot of laughter, that's for sure.
It was. And the Fansets party, I mean, that keeps getting better and better every single year. I think we get more and more nervous before the party every single year. And that's just an indicator how great it's going to be.
Yep.
We gave away more stuff, but did it in a much smarter fashion this year. And I think that helped the flow of the party a great deal. It allowed us to mingle a little bit. It allowed us to be a little more natural on mic. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was the greatest one yet, and I can't wait till next year already.
Yeah, me too. I had a blast. I'll tell you what, having Star Trek playing on the screen was just an added bonus to see it up there as we're doing stuff. We got everybody started chanting "fight, fight, fight" when Kirk and Spock started going at it in the naked time. That was pretty cool. But I think one of my favorite moments was when Robert Reyes actually won something, and he was up on top at the on like that mezzanine level, and it was like he just won something on The Price is Right. It was hysterical.
I was like he hit the lottery. This gives me an idea for next year's Fansets party. Perhaps we do an episode watch on mute. And we engage the crowd, and every commercial break, we give something away.
Oh, very nice.
So we pause every commercial break. That's because it's TOS. I mean, the commercial breaks are, like every other Star Trek hard. When they're coming. And then, we give a few things away, then we get back into the fight, if you will.
Wow.
I think that would be kind of neat.
I think that'd be awesome. I'm up for it. I'll take it to the board, see what they say.
Okay, cool. And I think we start with an episode like Miri. Or And the Children Shall Lead.
Oh, why I knew you were going there. Maybe I'll do that guy as cosplay next year.
Which one?
The attorney dude, Gorgon.
Oh, the lawyer in the shower curtain?
No, I will not do that.
I was thinking you should do Charles Napier's character.
Oh, no. I don't
Step it out to Eden.
I don't think so.
Hey, brother.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in Little Green Man.
No. No, I'm talking Space Hippies, baby.
I think I'll be Galt again because I had so much fun with that. That was just awesome.
You looked amazing.
It was fun. And you know what's amazing? And in a bad way, and I'm serious when I say this. As fun as that day was, there was so much going on. You and I didn't get a picture of each other dressed up. I couldn't believe it.
You and I were apart the whole day.
Yeah.
Which normally I wouldn't care about, but but I spent most of the day feeling like I was at Disney World in line.
Yeah. Well,
for things.
Unfortunately, because I did the cosplay contest, the judging started at 3:00 in the DeForest Kelly room, so I had to go in there, and I was in there till 6:00. 3 hours where I couldn't be out on the floor, mingling with people and getting pictures, and then was on the stage from 6 to 7, and then in the Nimoy Theater. So that was unfortunate that pretty much half the day was in that room, but it was worth it.
My Starfleet boots were thankful for that period of time because I pretty much just sat in the main theater
the whole
time.
Yep.
Taking, propping my feet up. So that I was thankful for. But dude, you made it to the final round of the costume contest.
Oh my God.
That's pretty awesome.
Walking on that stage was so surreal. It was great. It was so cool. But you know what was not great? Jordan Hoffman is not a good MC. I'm sorry. He's not. When he was trying to, ad lib for a little while, not good. Not good. That was like some of the things he said. I was like, oh my God, have you not heard of the Me Too movement?
It was a little embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. But I'll put that aside and just enjoy the fact that I scared Wilson Cruz to death.
And you didn't open the cloak. So
not that you know of. Not on stage anyway.
Wow. That's really more detail than I ever needed.
There you go.
Are you ready to do this there, jerk?
Yeah, State of Star Trek. Let's do it.
No. No.
Sorry. Okay.
You're very sorry. Thank you. Here we go. Bing bong.
Bing bong. There's a little.
Yeah, watch your meter there, Chief.
Bing bong.
I'm glad you're adding so much value to the show this week. Thank you so much.
People want to hear me do my goofy stuff, so I'm here for the fans, because I love them a lot more than I love you. Which is funny because I was just praising you on the Patreon side of things,
which they'll never hear.
That's right. So I can categorically deny it ever happened.
Well, no, you can't because there's a group of people in the world who knows it did, and I will always have the source audio.
No, they're liars.
Great, way to go.
How are you?
I'm well. I didn't sleep very well last night.
Oh,
but
me neither.
I just I can't find a happy medium with my back. So.
Oh, all right. Well, sleep standing up.
I'm gonna sleep podcasting in a minute because you're boring the hell out of me.
I'm just waiting for you to bring something good to the conversation. So I just have to. I feel like what's his face, the guy who was on stage for the when I was Galt on stage and he was filling dead air. Hoffman. Oh yeah, so now you're not going to talk. All right, I see where we're going.
No, I'm waiting for you to say something that's worth my responding to.
Oh, all right.
Hasn't happened yet in 187 episodes before this.
I was going to say it's taken you 4.5 years to finally say that. Wow,
I know that's on me.
I'm sitting here at my podcast station in my Star Trek studio, and in front of me I have the wonderful Planet Killer from Eagle Moss, and right in front of it, sitting on its stand, is the prototype Enterprise, and it looks awesome. Which
only people in Vegas know about right now.
That's right. Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? That's okay. It still looks good.
Would have your finger on the pulse of America.
Oh, I got my pulse on. I have a hard time getting my own pulse sometimes. So.
Oh, I'm waiting for the day that pulse just stops.
Wow, that was harsh.
True. The truth is not harsh.
It's not. I don't even have any. I can't even. I never come back for that. It's too early in the morning. I didn't sleep good.
Oh, the poor baby.
I didn't sleep good. And I can't wait to shave this monstrosity off my face.
You got just over another week to go because this week, next weekend, as this drops, or this coming weekend as this drops, we will be in Ticonderoga, New York at Trekonderoga, which is put on by the official. The Star Trek Original Series Set Tour, officially licensed by CBS. This is going to be a great little convention. I am so psyched for this.
It is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be so great. The worst part is going to be the 3-hour drive with you both ways. That's going to be tough. But you know what? I'm going to do it because I'm looking forward to the convention and maybe we'll finally make up and be friends again.
Nah.
No.
Well, we may take the opportunity to maybe record several carpool conversations.
That's a good idea. We're gonna have plenty of time to do it.
Down and back.
Yeah, 6 hours and 40 minutes of driving.
Oh God, round trip. That's both ways.
Yes, round trip. Yeah.
Because if I had to do 6 hours one way with you, I would. I don't know what I'd do.
Would you jump out of the car at 75 miles an hour?
No, but I might fly instead.
Okay.
I would spend the money and get on a plane so that I could avoid you for that long.
Wow. So we just spent all this time together bonding in Vegas, and now you got to be like that. Back to the regular thing, huh?
No, I'm just being honest. I mean, I can barely handle 3 hours in a car with you.
Here we go.
Less than an hour to work was bad enough.
Oh, that
3 hours?
Horrible. We got to do that again soon.
Now 6 hours? Oh God, I think I would just quit.
Okay. Wow. See, ladies and gentlemen, I try to be nice and being very complimentary and talking about all the good things about Bill, and he comes back with that kind of stuff.
I can't help it if you're a drag.
I'm pulling you down with me.
Oh yeah, like an anchor. Like an anchor.
Concrete galoshes. Huh? Everything can be Star Trek related if you want it to be.
It actually can. I mean, and the fact that it's not. So here's the thing I run into in my house. Everything right now is office related.
I knew you were going to say that. Yep.
Because my wife just throws out quotes intermittently. And for years, I've not done this with Star Trek.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to have my wife go, are you talking about freaking Star Trek again? And, my wife just keeps going, you know how I be.
Yeah.
And that's a quote from The Office.
Yep.
And at first I didn't realize it was a quote from The Office. I'm like, where's that come from? She's like, you know how I be. And finally the episode was on and I heard it. I'm like, are you kidding me? You have been quoting The Office now for weeks and I just didn't know. She goes, oh yeah.
So she's that person.
No, because she's doing it with The Office. If you're that person, you're doing it with Star Trek.
Oh,
and it's stereotypical.
okay. So it's okay to do it with The Office.
Well, I tell you what, if our roles were reversed, there's no way in hell you'd tell your wife it's not okay. Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying, though. That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Kelly, stop doing The Office quotes. It's dumb.
I'm going to cart that off as its own separate WAV file and send it to her.
That's awesome. Okay.
Sorry, are you ready to do this, jerk?
Yeah, let's do it.
Then do it already.
Wow. You need to
Get going.
back off there. Smiley.
Come on, Bucktooth. Bing bong.
It's early in the morning, so I got to do it. Bing bong.
You sounded like you weren't all in that one either.
No, it was kind of like losing the breath. The air was just being sucked right out of my lungs. So let's try it again. Bing bong. That's much better.
I'm sorry you had me at the air was being sucked out of your lungs.
Thank you. See, any type of description where I'm suffering, you light right up. The smile on your face just showed up was one that I've not seen in a long time because
I'm awake now.
Looking at your face. So
I'm awake now.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Go back to sleep. It was better.
Maybe for you, but not for anybody listening.
How are you?
I'm here.
I'm just rolling off the insults. I'm not even acknowledging them because they're just so bad.
But by saying you're not acknowledging them, you are,
I know.
in essence, acknowledging them. Hey, it's not me.
It's me. Believe me, I know. I'm the dumb one here. I know. I'm the ugly one. I'm the dumb one. I'm the one who doesn't understand anything. Math is hard for me, but not anybody else. And I can't type or talk good neither. Ow.
I'm going to turn that into a ringtone. It'll be available on Camp Kidmer.
For free.
For free.
Yeah, everyone.
For free. Yeah. We're not charging for that. Although we could. There's no Star Trek IP.
Oh, that's true. There isn't.
But no, we love everybody, and we want them to be able to use that as a ringtone, so that's going to happen.
All right. Great. I'm glad I thought of that.
Oh, this made my day.
Great. Well, it's nice and early for you, so at least you have the rest of the day to enjoy it. But that's all right. It's fun to get up and record with you. Yeah.
I love recording with me. It's you that I'm still on the fence about.
Oh, you're not on the fence. Come on, we're all in this together, buddy. Wow. Oh, good.
You okay? You need a minute?
I was going to cough, but it went away, so I'm just going to have a sip of my salted caramel coffee in my Patriots sweater mug.
Is it really called a sweater mug?
Well, if you look at it, see the print, it kind of looks like a sweater, which is kind of cool. I like that.
It does look like the cuff and the stitching and cabling of a sweater.
Take a picture of this. We'll put it on Camp Kittimer to show everybody my Patriots sweater mug, as I like to call it.
Hold on.
There we go. So you see there, you got a Patriots logo, which of course is the best part of the whole thing. But it looks like
smile for the camera. Thank you.
Okay. I like how he stopped talking for the smile. It's pretty good.
Well, it's because I can only do one thing at a time.
Oh, yes, that's true. I know. So, yeah, that'll be kind of cool. So everybody can see that. I love it. I picked it up at Kohl's, of all places, a couple years ago. I saw it sitting on a table, and I loved it, so I got it.
So here's our relationship with Kohl's Cash.
Kohl's Cash.
How does this company make any money?
No idea.
Because you go in with like $100 in Kohl's Cash, you buy $125 worth of stuff, and you walk out with $50 more in Kohl's Cash.
Yeah, and it's dollar for dollar. It's not like points or anything like that.
Why don't they just like give you the stuff for free?
I don't know. It makes you come back. And the thing that stinks is it's not like you can get something, get Kohl's Cash, and then turn around and go get something and come back. The Kohl's Cash isn't good for like a week, so you have to go back. So that's how they do it.
But there's Kohl's Cash that you can retain.
Oh, I know that, but you can't you can't just like go right back in and use it. You have to wait before you can actually use the Kohl's Cash.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Sorry, the coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
That's right. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. So yeah,
constantly, and then we're like, all right, we're not going to Kohl's for a while, and then they send you a coupon for like triple Kohl's Cash. It's like, son of a.
You want to hear something that's really weird?
Yeah, other than your face.
Sue and I are going to Kohl's today. Said I'm not even kidding. That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
I have to get some new dress pants for work.
I wear jeans to work.
Yeah, I usually wear not dress pants, but business casuals, I guess you could call them.
That's all right. We all know you're a big suck up. It's fine.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you have to look good for the people. When you do as good a job as I am, you have to look good in case any of the upper echelons come down and congratulate you. That is such a load of malarkey.
I was going to say, I was trying to come up with the best way to say that, and you picked the perfect word in malarkey.
Malarkey.
Malaki?
Yeah. So we're going to have a fun conversation here today. I'm looking forward to it.
We are. We had such a great weekend. We were just talking about it on the Patreon specific intro, and I, of all the conventions I've been to, and now this counts STLV, this counts a lot of the smaller market ones. Mm-hmm. I've been to ones in Manchester, New Hampshire, and Providence, Rhode Island, and some in Boston, which were smaller. And this one has really kind of vaulted its way to among the favorites I've ever been to because of the people.
It was amazing. Everybody was so gracious and so friendly and so welcoming. It was a nice, small, intimate convention, so we really got to enjoy everything. I mean, STLV, we love STLV because it's just the reunion with all of our friends and family that we've made, but it's so busy all the time, and this one allowed us to walk around, to meet the people, to walk the sets and really enjoy it. I loved it, and I agree with you. It is vaulted up to one of the best conventions I've ever been to.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head with the word intimate. That really is what makes it so much different. I mean, STLV is fantastic, but you always wind up hanging out with the same core group of people for the most part, and that's where your intimacy comes from.
Right.
Other than that, it's a very expansive sort of nameless, faceless event because there are 6, 7, 10,000 people at times. This one is nothing short of amazing, and you would think that it would seem a little disjointed with events at two different physical locations, but it is not.
No, it's not at all. I was actually a little concerned about that when we got the map of things, since we were going to have a table in the vendors room. I'm like, wow, this is at the high school, and the high school's it's like a 10-minute walk if people are walking. So it's not far, but it's not right around the corner either. But it blends together perfectly. I thought it was very well done. Kudos to James and everybody there who did such a great job, which I'm sure we'll talk about more during our general discussion.
Without a doubt, we absolutely will. Quick, I can't say enough good things about it and about the tour itself. I mean. We'll hit this obviously during the episode, but if anybody's ever thinking about doing it, don't think, just do.
I would say even people not thinking about it, now you should be thinking about it, and so now you should be going. Go right now. Yeah. Stop the podcast. Don't even listen to this week's episode. until you get in the car and drive to Ticonderoga. Listen to it on the way up.
I'd say, yeah, listen to it in the car, hands-free.
Yeah, absolutely.
No earbuds. The drive is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's very nice. Even when you make a wrong turn and go on the ferry.
Well, it technically wasn't a wrong turn because the GPS told us to do it.
True.
It's kind of like that episode of The Office where Michael drives into a lake because the GPS tells him to.
That does not surprise me one bit. And I might have done that if the gate wasn't down. So, win-win.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that because I was your passenger. Although I float really well. All right, Cherokee, you ready to do this?
You got it, punk.
Let's do it.
All right.
Bing bong.
Bing to the bong, bong to the bing. Bing bong. How about that? Huh? Little in there.
Well, see, but it didn't sound like that because it didn't have that behind it.
I don't know if I could do that. No, I can't do that. Never mind.
You'd have to have like the sound effect queued up on your computer and then launch your whatchamacallit.
Yeah, that's a great candy bar. Have you ever had one of those?
I didn't like it.
Oh, I love those. I have them. Actually, I had one like a month or two ago. I just saw it when I was, they put it in the checkout line, so like you're drawn to it, and I just went, oh, it was good.
You did what?
Hi, how are you?
How much coffee have you had?
I think I had a whatchamacallit. I got all the sugar in my system. So, but yeah.
What flavor you have?
What do you think?
Something horribly coconut.
Just coconut.
Oh. My wife tried oh, you sound like my father doing that. Don't do that.
Yes, I know.
My wife tried a Green Mountain maple pecan, which she hated.
I think we tried that and did not even finish the box.
Okay, so I'm not going to bring in the extra K-Cups for you then.
Yeah, do me a favor, bring one so I can double check and see if that's the one. And,
well, she ordered a sampler pack, so she only got 5 cups.
Oh, okay. I'll bring them in.
I say that's 4. Yeah, you'll try anything.
I'll try anything. I'm like Mikey in the Life commercial. Remember that?
Yeah, I know. I remember that. I never ate Life cereal though.
Cinnamon Life is very tasty.
Really?
Yeah. You know what else is good that we got yesterday?
Your face?
Actually, we haven't tried it, but we wanted to try it. And Sue's the one who actually wanted to get it, which I couldn't believe. Pumpkin Spice Cheerios.
What?
We were dude, I'm not even joking. There was a whole section. There was Special K pumpkin spice, Cheerios pumpkin spice, Pop-Tarts pumpkin spice, granola bars pumpkin spice. I mean, it's like taking over the world. It's like the Blob. But we're going to try it anyway.
It's like the Borg.
Exactly. Pumpkin spice is futile. Yeah.
I mean, I like some pumpkin spice things, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. We're on a Cheerios kick lately. We got blueberry Cheerios a few weeks ago, and they were fantastic.
I love
absolutely
blueberry
fantastic.
Anything.
And I said to Sue, you know what would be great? We're walking down the aisle like the week later. I go, dude, those blueberries were great. You know what would be awesome if they ever came out with like maple Cheerios? And we look on the cereal aisle, and there's a box of maple Cheerios.
Oh.
And they were fantastic, but you know what's even better? Maple and blueberry Cheerios mixed together. Oh, wow. My God. Oh, it was so good.
That's like alchemy. Why do you hate freedom?
No, it's awesome. Hey, IDIC, baby. Everybody's something's favorite, so you be quiet.
No, that's the champion rule. That's not IDIC.
Well, IDIC, you should welcome all forms of different
Cheerios?
Taste buds. Different taste buds.
Infinite diversity and infinite Cheerios?
Yes, I like that. And we could, and instead of the, with the triangle with the jewel, it'll be a Cheerio circle instead of the regular metal circle. I like that. Get to work on that on Photoshop.
No.
All right, I'll do it.
No, maple blueberry. Ooh.
Oh, it's gross. Have you ever had blueberry pancakes with syrup on it?
I don't put maple syrup on my blueberry pancakes.
Why do you hate America? See, I finally get to say that to you.
No, I use a nice blueberry compote, which is its own syrup. And a blueberry syrup on blueberry pancakes is to die for.
If it's you should probably be putting blueberry compost on it because you're just a freak.
You would make no sense. Blueberry compost? You're an idiot.
I don't even have anything to say about that because that's funny. You're an idiot. That was good.
Your face is an idiot. That's what I'm surprised you didn't say.
No, see, I don't want to be. I don't want to be mean to you. You're my friend.
Why start today? He just muted because he's about to have a coughing fit. from laughing so hard.
Oh, God.
I don't want to be mean to you.
But I don't want to be mean to you, Bill. Okay, people, if you could see the reaction of him whenever I turn into Cyrano Jones, it is the best. He's giving me signals right now that I really can't talk about.
I'm flipping you off. I am. I'm flipping you off. That's the best way to say that. I hate Cyrano Jones with a passion. I
love how the store up in Ticonderoga is Cyrano Jones. It's the Cyrano Jones store. I forget the name of it, but he's the picture of him on it.
There's a picture of it in your Google Photos.
Yes, I know. I'm not going to look at it. We're recording.
Oh, well, thank you for prioritizing something for once during recording. And there he goes coughing. Yeah, he's turning blue. I can't. Oh, I'm so excited.
Wow.
We had an amazing dinner last night.
I saw
this restaurant called Greenleaf in this small town called Milford, New Hampshire. It's a bedroom community outside of Nashua and in Amherst, New Hampshire. I lived there for a good number of years in the early 2000s before I met my wife, and man, the food was incredible.
Nice, very cool.
I had this Black Dahlia margarita, which you would have really liked, because there was some blueberry puree in there.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. We
had some Hornitos tequila. It was fantastic. Some black salt around the rim.
Nice. For the Black Dahlia part. I like that. Yeah. We actually went in the afternoon and had an afternoon martini at Copper Door.
Nice.
Yeah. Sue, Chris, Donna, and I had the special of the month, which was a caramel apple martini, which had caramel around the rim of the glass. Yeah. It was scrumptious.
I'm sure it was delish.
It was very, very good. Sue had a, what was it called? It was a pickle martini. It was, I don't know the name of it, but
weird.
It had pickle juice in it and a pickle, as well as the vodka and everything like that. She said it was great. It wasn't as good as the pepperoncini teeny that she loves.
Right. That's fantastic.
It was very, very good. So yeah, it was nice. I had a portobello and brie panini for a snack, and it was it was tasty. On the menu. Yeah, that's fantastic. It was a good time. And next time we'll be joined by Triple D star of something. No, we're not going to do that.
Guy Fieri.
We'll talk about food.
I tell you what, we're doing it right now at Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dorks.
Wow, that was good. I like that. Okay, you're going to have to wear the uniform now.
I've learned that from watching you. I've shaved my face. I can't do Guy Fieri.
Yeah, no, grow it back. I got to grow this back, I think. Yeah.
Although what you need to do is you need to grow your mustache back, but blonde out.
Yeah.
The gray parts of your goatee.
Yep. Yeah, that's a lot of white there. That's all kids.
Yeah, that's all kids. No, it's 'cause you're old.
Yeah. Last week of the 40s.
I know. I feel for you, buddy.
That's all right. I don't mind it. It's just a number to me. It doesn't mean anything.
Really?
Some people have a really hard time with these big numbers. You're raising your hand. Okay, yeah. I could care less. I don't have any.
I'm not looking forward to turning 50 a couple weeks after you because I have enjoyed my 40s so much, and I don't want my 40s to be over. And really, realistically, I know this doesn't call an end to what I enjoy. It's just that I want to hang on to these 40s as long as I can. And
well, you could just rename your 50s 40s plus.
40s plus.
There you go.
40s husky.
Nice.
Thank you. It's like Sears Toughskins.
That was good. Very good. I like that. That was good.
I remember when my parents each turned 50 and they were both old. They'd raised 9 kids.
Yeah.
I was number 8.
Yeah.
And they
number 1 to me.
They looked older.
Yeah.
They were older. They were tired. I'm a different tired now, but that's only because I just don't get enough sleep at night.
Your face is tired.
Thank you.
Yes, number 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. Okay.
No, do you?
No, not at all.
Well, next week at this time, we'll be celebrating your upcoming half-century mark.
Yes, we will.
You sound so excited.
Yeah, it's just a day, like I said. No big deal. I don't even need a party.
I say you've never really been big on your birthday, though.
It's not that I'm not big on it. It's just, a day. There's nothing happens. I don't feel any different, so not a big deal. And if anybody, people would not want to celebrate my birthday. Oh God, he's been here this long, so what the hell are we going to celebrate for? So I understand.
Don't I know it?
Oh, I know. It was all basically that comment was just directed right at you, jerk.
Wow. Wow.
No, it's nothing. I told Sue, I said, don't have to do anything. I don't want anything. So we are going to go out to dinner with Max and Tasha Saturday night.
Oh, cool.
At Copper Door, and that's about it. And we'll get together with the family on Sunday to watch the Patriots and stuff like that. But nothing else. I'm
meeting up with Mr. Trek Profiles himself on Saturday night.
Yeah,
Mr. John Krikorian, who's going to be in the New Hampshire sector.
Right. Now, I say what I say, not knowing if something's going on, because I was told to keep my calendar clear for the weekend. So yeah. So there you go. But I'm not expecting anything.
I know nothing. Genuinely.
Oh,
I mean,
you can say that again.
No, I know. I knew you were going to say that, but I mean, genuinely, I know nothing.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, are you ready to do this soon to be birthday boy?
Ready to face off?
Your face off.
Yeah, that's yes. Let's do it. Okay. Bye bye.
Bing bong.
Shamwow. Bing bong.
Shamwow.
Shamwow. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Hi, buddy.
What's going on?
Happy birthday to you.
Moogie.
I understand that song is copywritten, but I don't care. Happy birthday to you.
I'm just going to do the whole thing.
Happy birthday, you big friggin' jerk face. Your face.
Your face is an enemy.
Your face is the enemy. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thanks, man. I can tell you right now, probably to the delight of our listeners, I will not be doing that for you in a couple weeks. At least not as anyone other than my favorite.
You're gonna Aaron Neville me?
I'm gonna Aaron Neville happy birthday to you. I've got that all queued up already.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I'm not even gonna give. No, I'm not gonna do it.
No, don't. It's like touching the Stanley Cup before the game. You don't do
it. I may even have something special for camera, but you'll be able to see. Like right there.
Mole.
So yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
That's my pleasure. I'm happy that you're now a decade older than I am.
Okay, that's the way you want to look at it, I guess.
Hey, I'm still in my 40s. Go to hell.
Yep, and you're acting like a little child too. Okay, anyway,
12 days, and I'm going to love each and every one of them.
That's right, and I'm going to hear about each and every one of them. That's all right, though. That's good. So, what else? Today's only Thursday as we record this. We're recording a little early this week. I am exhausted on so many levels.
Yeah, same here.
Long week.
I have not been able to get out of my own way all day. I had a coffee this afternoon. In fact, I'm yawning right now. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. There we go. That's how you podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I had a coffee this afternoon. An hour later, I was falling asleep. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's going on?
It's kind of like a lot of the crew in the Corbin might maneuver.
It's kind of like you whenever you open your mouth. I fall asleep.
So I just opened my mouth and he fell asleep. Yeah, great. Hey, look what I got. Isn't that nice? I know we talked about it in Patreon, but
so you said there's Patriots inside the glass too?
Yeah,
is it the logo or is it the logo or the words?
It's the logo. Let me see if I can get it to see. There you go.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? I found this in Kohl's of all places years ago.
Did you get Kohl's cash?
It's glass, probably got like $80 worth or something like that. And it's glass. It's awesome.
Drosen hit me up on Twitter DMs today to talk about Kohl's cash. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, like you said, how are they still in business?
How are they still in business?
Don't have any idea.
I don't know, dude.
But I got some new dress pants from Kohl's just the other day, and they're fantastic. They're
that's exciting.
Anyway.
Yeah, no one cares.
Nobody cares about anything I say.
What?
I don't even know why I'm here. I might as well just leave.
What? Chicken butt?
I got a Scotty Funko dude.
Funko Pop?
Funko Pop. My sister got it for me. He's cute. He's got a little phaser.
Does he look like Alex Trebek?
No.
No?
It doesn't look like Alex Trebek.
No?
No. No, I just read this online today. He still hasn't been in Insurrection.
Oh, I was going to watch it again just to be sure.
Yeah, well, that's just the weirdest thing. I love my sister, but she comes up with some weird sometimes.
She grew up with weird. Wait, I got to mark that down and bleep.
Yeah, you got to bleep that out. Yeah, that's all right. Sorry,
way to go, jerk! You're not on Patreon right now.
I know it's going back and forth. I just want to swear when I'm around you. That wasn't a very good one because
that's right. I'm sending it to Mumfrey, who's at dinner with Chris Trabuzio and Amy Nelson right now.
Oh, well, that's cool. What's up, Vegas peeps and Mumfrey?
Mumfrey's in the Las Vegas.
In the Las Vegas. Wow.
In the 702, y'all.
Is that the area code?
Yeah.
I don't know area codes very well. I know 603.
That's only because I've been to Vegas like 100 times that I know it's 702.
207, 617, 1701.
What? 323-522-5641.
Hey, 323-522-5641 is the phone number to call.
We would love to hear your voice. And one of the episodes of Mission Log, Ken actually had to provide a disclaimer. It's like, no, I'm not being sarcastic. I really would love to hear your voice.
That's awesome. Those funny guys over there at Mission.
I was catching up the other day and I heard that and I almost drove off the road because I thought of you.
That's too funny. I do like impersonating me some Ken Ray. Yes. So Corbin might maneuver. Mm-hmm.
I can't, it's really weird to talk about because this was my gateway into the franchise.
Yeah. And it's been 4.5 plus years that we've been doing this and we have not dedicated an episode to it.
Whose fault is that?
That is yours, Mr. Executive Producer.
Oh,
I just told me we're doing it. So
I was going to say somebody else.
Oh, all right. You know what? It's Amy Nelson's fault.
No, I was going to say, I was going to pick just anybody. I'm going to say it's Nancy Pelosi's fault.
Oh, all right. Oh, wow. All right.
Or Mitch McConnell, anybody. It's somebody's fault, not mine.
So it's always somebody's fault. And nobody ever owns up to their own problems. So, yeah, let's just blame everybody else.
You always blame the guy who's not here, right? That's right. The rule in every meeting. It's Barry DeFord's fault.
That guy can't do it.
Not Shashank, because we love him.
Yeah, Barry. God, jeez. I don't even know what he's doing on the network.
I blame Canada.
Jeez. Okay. All right. We're just kidding, Barry. We love you, you silly freak.
Silly freak. We love you, you silly freak,
I'll tell you what, I was out there in the cold and I was watching them turkeys go by and I heard Dan and Bill talking about that on the Trek Geeks. So I thought, that's it.
I saw an eagle.
Oh, wow.
So for those people just listening, they just heard a Baylock impersonation. That was recorded by my dear friend, your friend, Matt McGonigal, whom I've known since the 1980s in high school together. In the years that he was in college, when I would go to his dorm and we'd watch Star Trek. The Corbomite maneuver was always the one he loved to imitate, and he would always do his Baylock voice, and it would have me in stitches.
So funny,
especially the laugh. The laugh is what sells it, and he does it at about 110 decibels.
Yes.
So always hilarious. Maddie, we love you. Thank you so much for doing that.
The first time I heard the laugh, I think we were having dinner at a restaurant in Manchester.
we were.
And he was 110 decibels, and I was like, holy Christ. It was awesome, though.
And then you laughed so hard you almost spit out your drink.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Which I don't like to do because I don't want to lose any of it. But he's that funny. He's a funny man.
Oh, and that's been my entire friendship with him, is that kind of laughter. So
that's awesome.
Yep. Cool. Definite, genuine brotherhood. Love you, big guy.
That's so cute. That's so beautiful.
I know. You're beautiful. Your face is beautiful.
I know.
You know? What are you, Han Solo?
Oh, very nice. Or as people who don't follow the franchise might call him Han. Han Solo. Hey, Han.
Ham sandwich?
Han sandwich.
So I started watching The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about halfway through it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a gorgeous film.
Very good.
The cinematography is the best in Star Wars.
Yep.
The special effects are fantastic. Some of the shots are so simple, but just so gorgeous. But the story is putrid, and it's got 3 storylines. It's not telling any of them well. It's a huge disappointment.
I'm hoping that they end it on an up note. I don't think it can get any lower because I agree. I'm not a fan of The Last Jedi. I did not like it. I was not thrilled with it at all. But I'm hoping that this last one pulls all the punches, so to speak.
It was the first Star Wars trilogy movie I didn't go to the theaters to see. And I'm watching it on Netflix. Okay. And I'm glad that I waited.
Okay. I haven't seen any of this trilogy. No, I saw Force Awakens in the theater. I didn't see last, whatever the hell it's called in the theater. I waited.
I saw Force Awakens in the theater, and I vowed after that I'm not going to another one of these movies in the theater. It's not worth it.
Actually, my parents went with us to see The Force Awakens.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. My dad probably didn't understand what's going on, but
neither did you. You're not that bright.
Meaning he just he doesn't know a lot of the Star Wars stuff. Not that he didn't understand what's going on. Like he can't.
No, that's more your story.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's fantastic. All right, you ready to do this, Jerk? Let's talk about some stuff we actually love.
Actually, okay. So I was talking to myself today.
No. I talking to yourself? I hate you. It's good that we're back in the saddle. None of this
silliness,
tree hugging stuff. All right, ready?
Yeah,
let's do it. Bing bong,
bing to the bong to the. I said bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I almost expected you were gonna just do an all out rap, but you started to turn into some sort of, island song almost. It was
bing bong, bing bong. That's where the fun is. Bing bong.
Is that Flintstones?
I forget what it is, but I remember it's just something from my childhood just flashed across.
Do you remember, like, in the Flintstones, they encountered this band that had like these mop tops for want of a better word. And I don't remember the song they did, but all of a sudden I was having callbacks to that in my head. So that's I got to look this up now.
Sneezing.
I was hoping you were going to unmute and say dying.
Sorry about that. Yes, I think I remember those mop toppy looking things, and they like covered all of their face. Just their noses were sticking out.
Yeah, the Way Outs.
Okay, The Way Out. That's the song.
I just looked them up. Yeah.
Wow.
Again, they look like they're wearing pizza boxes or discs or something.
Yep. Oh my goodness gracious. Maybe they had outer space.
Could be. They had like orange mop tops. I had forgotten about them entirely.
I can't believe that just popped in my head like it did. Wow. So I have some news for you.
Yes.
If memory serves, it was either last week or it might have been the week before where we were talking about Michael Jackson and Shaman. And I was going to find out why he said it like that. And I have an answer for you and all of our listeners.
I'm sure our listeners have been waiting with bated breath to hear this.
I'm sure that it wasn't just a way to say it wrong. He was actually doing that as a tribute to someone by the name of Mavis Staples, who used it in some live version of a song called I'll Take You There in 1975.
Mavis Staples is a legendary singer. She of the Staples Singers. And I'll Take You There is probably one of their biggest songs.
I'm sure if I hear it, I'll know it, but right now I can't think of it.
She's a legendary voice. And I'm sure that now that I know it in that context, I can't really give it crap, although it's Michael Jackson, so I'm still going to give it crap.
Well, that's great. Thanks. Okay. So yeah, it's not just for some weird reason like everybody usually thinks when it comes to him because of his weirdness, but no, there was an actual reason behind it.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's your educational, musicality, stereotypical, gravitational,
just stop,
instantational, inspirational word of the day.
This is what we call our Muppet Show.
That's two things from our childhood.
I was waiting for you to go Muppetational. I was going to be like, I'm out.
That was good. I can't even talk. Anyway. How
you do you think maybe you could dispense some Star Trek knowledge?
I have some tears coming out of my eyes right now. That was pretty funny.
Oh boy.
Oh well. Star Trek knowledge. What's that?
I don't know. Boba Fett. Where? No. Okay.
No. Well, Boba Fett's not Star Wars though. It is Star Wars, not Star Trek. Sorry. Wow. I'm gonna have another sip of my martini because this is just too good.
Take two. They're small.
No, they aren't actually. They're pretty large, actually.
So it's been a great weekend for Star Trek.
We've talked recently about how it's the best time in history to be a Star Trek fan, and it's weekends like this which prove it. Because we had a whole gaggle of information thrown our way, and we didn't expect a lot of it, and it was pretty awesome.
Oh, I was just talking about because they were filming scenes for Axonar.
Oh, I'm muting now.
And Dan is proceeding to choke. I wish you could see him. He's turning red. I think he's going to blue. He's about to faint. Oh, this is the best day ever. No, I jest. I mean, they were filming scenes, and I'm using air quotes.
Yeah.
They were filming scenes for that pile of dog crap. But yeah.
That might have been your highest moment on the Trek Geeks podcast right there.
Thank you.
Was awesome. Very well done.
Yeah, I'd still like to maintain that you're recording from the only Aries Studios that didn't raise $1.5 million and then waste it.
That's true. I got that sitting right over there on my wall. Yeah, that's awesome. That's funny. Very well done.
Thank you.
Golf clap right there.
Oh,
excellent. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
You.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Brent.
Brent, like Brent Musburger?
Exactly.
Nice. I realized we were doing Masters coverage here. That's fantastic.
You are the master.
Now, for those of you non-sports ball people, that's a golf reference.
Yes, it is.
Thank
Golfing.
You. Not mini golf either, although I can putt into that clown's nose like you wouldn't believe.
Okay. You're going to die, clown!
Happy Gilmore?
There you go.
I am not an Adam Sandler fan, despite the fact that he grew up just 15 minutes from here. He's one of the most overrated people in entertainment, in my opinion.
I agree. There are two movies that we like to watch and are always kind of backups. Wedding Singer, we just love it. More probably because it's the 80s genre. Happy Gilmore is good because it's golf. But also for a good movie that has him in it, but a bunch of other people, and it really pulls me back to my days growing up at the camp, Grown Ups. It's really good.
That's 3 movies.
Well, the Grown Ups is kind of an offshoot. I meant Happy Gilmore and Wedding Singer as 2 movies that we really like that have Adam Sandler in it. But a third movie that he just happens to be in, it's not a movie of his because there's other big names in it, is Grown Ups.
The filming for Grown Ups 2 used to impact my commute to work when I worked in Maynard, Massachusetts, because they were filming at the quarries in Westford. And it would drive me crazy every single day for the 2 weeks they were there. I didn't see it because I don't watch Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got I'm triggered by Grown Ups. So
triggered. I'm triggered.
Oh. But no, seriously, great time to be a Star Trek fan. We had a Discovery trailer this week. We had a Picard trailer this week. We got the first of 2 brand new short treks this week. Because there's another one coming at the end of this week.
I know. I'm triggered. Hot take.
Hot take. Hot take.
Yeah.
It's a great time to be a Star Trek fan.
It is. And it's a great time to be a friend of yours. You know why? Because you're just you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need?
Sounds familiar.
I know. People listening to Patreon are going to think this shtick sounds very familiar. And it does.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's what we do.
It is what we do. So you ready to do this there, Jerk
Yeah.
Face?
I'm looking forward to this conversation. I think it's going to be fun.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Are you getting those pipes ready? I love it. You're going to record some stuff tonight.
I'm sure I'm going to start coughing any minute because I haven't coughed in the last 6 hours. So it's only, whatever. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's right there. I can feel it right there. It's like.
Like what?
It's kind of funny because my video is kind of half in and half out, so like I freeze with my tongue sticking out.
I don't have that problem. I'm not seeing that happen to you.
Okay. Well,
just if you got some bandwidth utilization on your side.
It could possibly be. I don't know, but you sound dulcet.
Don't I always though?
Oh my God, I know.
I mean, I look fantastic.
You look stunning.
I'm sexy.
I wish you would stun me, so I wouldn't have to look at you.
No, I would set that sucker to kill.
I'm sure you would. Yeah. Vaporize. What's the Veron T disruptor you would use on me, Valley?
God, I've had dreams of that.
I felt bad for that girl because that looked like it stung.
It looked like it hurt. A lot.
A little bit.
You mean the Verity Disruptor or her face?
Oh, wow.
Or her makeup. I mean, it looked like she had suffered some sort of burn or something like that.
Oh, no, I was just talking about the Verity Disruptor. That looked like a little ouch. It took me great effort. I love that line.
I would love it if you put in some effort. That would be amazing.
You know, you're quick with the quips. You're a quick quipper.
You can't even... You couldn't type that out without a typo if you had to.
Eat some Quisp and be a quick quipper. Remember Quisp? The cereal?
I've heard of it. I never had it.
I had it when I don't know if it's around anymore, but I had it when I was a kid. The cartoon guy on the cover of the box was like this alien, and he had a hat with a propeller on the top of it.
Was it like a puffed rice cereal or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm looking at it now.
No, it's kind of like a corn. Well, was it corn? I don't know if it was corn.
Yeah, almost like a corn pops, but
it was like a little circular, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Quisp. Very weird name for a cereal, I might add. Quisp.
I wonder if Quisp... Oh,
Quaker Crisp, maybe.
These are the product details from the Quaker Oats website.
Here we go.
In 1965, Quisp landed on Earth with his Quasi Energy cereal, and the world's been a better place ever since, especially during breakfast. The saucer-shaped crunchy corn cereal has delighted kids and adults everywhere. Bring Quisp to your house and home planet today. The crispy flavor is out of this world.
It's Quisp, Quisp. Q-U-I-S-P.
That was a cold read.
That was very good. That was actually very good. You sounded like the this is CNN breaking news. It sounded like that guy a little bit.
So I wouldn't know that.
I just hear that when I'm driving around the radio this morning when I'm flipping through the Sirius XM stations.
And for the record, I don't watch any cable news.
I barely watch.
People wonder what I watch.
I watched Dirty Harry tonight before I came upstairs. with Andrew J. Robinson.
Man's got to know his limitations.
Oh, he is so good in that movie. He is a nut burger.
And I don't even know if that quote is from that movie, but all the Dirty Harry quotes I think are interchangeable. If you ran into Harry on the street, I think he would say any one of them at any time.
Could. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, it's so dated. Obviously, 72, I think, or something like that. 74.
Something like that. But we talked about this when we talked with Andy. I mean, yeah. It's dated, but it holds up as a portrayal of, one of the first real serial killers depicted in film.
Yeah.
And he's bad news in that movie, man. He's believable.
He is very believable. His eyes. There's one scene right before it came up. So I'm not done with it yet, but one scene is when he's grabbing the money from Callahan at the Cross in San Francisco, and he's got an orange mask with just the eyes and the mouth, and his eyes. He's got Gowron eyes in that scene, and it works perfectly. Who would have known back then that he had Gowron eyes and would be Garrick in the same franchise? Oh my God, I can't even believe it.
Do you know what I used to refer to Gowron as in the 90s?
What?
Crazy Eyes McGee, the Klingon dude.
Very nice.
So whenever I see Gowron, in an episode that's like on BBC America or on Netflix, I'm like, hey, it's Crazy Eyes McGee.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And your house.
The Klingon dude.
The Klingon dude.
Glory to you. And, it's so amazing that Bob O'Reilly is absolutely nothing like Gowron.
Nothing at all.
I can't imagine anyone else playing Gowron. But Bob is just so gregarious.
Yeah, he is.
He's fantastic.
Oh my God, remember the time that we had both him and JG on, and I don't think we talked?
It was like last year. They were plugging Northeast Trek Con, and there were parents there. Yeah. And we didn't talk for a good 10, 20 minutes.
So we muted laughing the whole time, I think.
Oh my God. Talk about the inmates running the asylum.
I know, right?
And really the question there is, who were the inmates? And who's running the asylum?
Wow. So you're calling them inmates?
Or us, either way.
All right. Okay.
Those two old dudes are crazy.
Crazy, nutty. It's like Quisp. Hashtag. I'm going to say that hashtag for tomorrow. Yeah.
Hashtag Quisptational.
Quisptational. Writing that down right now.
You're welcome.
Yes.
We're going to use that tonight.
Okay. I like it.
I'm writing it down.
Okay. We could. Oh, you know what I should do? I should Photoshop a picture of Shran with that propeller helmet on. I have an assignment.
You should Photoshop your head on that guy.
Well, my head's huge. Remember we were just talking about.
So is his.
Yeah, that's true. He's got the antennae.
You got a giant noggin.
A big cranium. It looks like Sputnik.
Head pants.
No. Great flick.
You know, we have just been all over the pop culture map tonight in this outtake, and it's just been a few minutes. It's amazing.
She seems like forever, though.
Before we get into recording, I'm going to tease something for the listeners. We're not going to mention this during the episode today.
Right.
So if you've made it this far, and we want to say pay attention to our social media, the Trek Geeks Network social media, on Friday, October 25th, 2019, because we are going to have a super cool announcement.
Oh, so you won't be in it then?
I didn't say it had anything to do with me. I just said the announcement is super cool.
I'm very excited about this, man. I am stoked to the gills, I think is what the saying is.
Is that really a saying?
I really don't know. I have no idea.
No. We don't tease a whole lot of stuff here, but this is a huge announcement that we are going to make, and we are excited, and we can't wait to share it with everybody.
Big news. Love it.
Big news. Awesome. Big doings.
Big doings? Doings. Sorry about that.
Big doings here with the Trek Geeks. Big doings. All right, you ready to do this there, Duden?
I'm ready, Pinkskin.
Bing bong, Dan. Bing bong.
Whoa, bing bong, big boy.
Whoa, that was very alliterative.
Whoa, what is? I don't even know what that means.
I'm not surprised.
I was gonna do like an English bing bong because of Destination Star Trek, but why bother with that intro? Whew.
Did you have tacos or something?
So you just had a hot flash there. That was pretty intense, man. Thank you.
At your age, that happens. I hear.
And well, at your age, you're only you're 52 now, or 50 also.
52. Go to hell.
Yes. Sorry, my punctuation and grammar was not accurate.
I'm stunned by that revelation.
That never happens.
Never.
Did you notice I didn't chime in on the champion mistype on Twitter this week?
If you had, I was going to just light you up mercilessly.
I'm like, not going to do it. It wouldn't be prudent.
Yeah.
Anyway,
not so prudent. So, so we're back in the saddle. I'm over my hellacious cold. It was terrible.
Yeah, you were not feeling good at all. So I'm glad you're feeling better. You're looking good. I had a little bout of something over the weekend. So this is why this is getting out a little later than normal. And that was, I wanted to die Friday night. That was horrendous. So, but I'm all good now.
A little bout of what? Shore leave, Admiral.
You beat me to it. I was just about to say it.
You were a little slow on the draw, so I wasn't sure you knew where I was going.
I knew where you were going. Yeah, wonderful stuff, that Romulan ale.
2283.
Yeah, 2283. It's a good year. Good year. We didn't get the.
Well, yeah, it takes this stuff a while to ferment.
It does. Speaking of wine, we were going to. Romulan ale, wine, whatever. We were going to crack the Chateau Picard this weekend, but because I was under the weather, we didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll do it later.
We expect a full-on review.
You'll have it. Maybe I'll do it live on Trek Geeks one day while we're recording. I'll be like,
you could even do video of it, and we'll post it.
Okay, I can do that. Drink it right out of the bottle like Van Sitters did.
What don't you really mean drink it out of the bottle like Dan Davidson does normally?
You have no video proof of that,
except normally it's packed in a paper bag and you're sitting in a back alley somewhere.
And it's called Mad Dog 2020
Thunderbird
Boone's Farm strawberries.
You're the only person I know that calls Franzia juice boxes.
It is juice. Grapes that burn. Sorry.
I so many comments. None of them are good. One of them is eventually going to tie back to Michael Jackson. I'm sorry.
I think we'll just move along home.
Let's jeter. Oh, second shaft.
Yeah, thank you.
Second shaft. That's fantastic.
I try to throw them in there when I can, and I'm not as good as you are, but once in a while.
That's just genetics. I'm sorry.
So, going to be a good conversation that people will have heard by the time they hear this, right?
Wow, you set that up like a master. That's amazing.
a little orb of time action going on right now. Woo-hoo. See what I did there? Yeah.
I did because I'm watching the video. And people listening on their iPhone may not, but we're going to see if we can post the video of this maybe to Camp Kittimer.
Oh, boy. Oh, Camp Kittimer now. Oh, great. Okay. Hi, Camp Kittimerites.
Hi.
Trek Geeks. Are you ready?
Now do it. Or so you when the green rectangle is around your box, that means the video is focusing on you.
Oh, all right.
You probably want to wait until that happens.
I'm just going to go like that and go, Trek Geeks, Trek Geeks. Yeah, okay. Put me in front of the camera and just weird things happen.
So many places to take all of this. None of them good.
None at all.
None.
Yeah.
I've got so many thoughts, but this is a family show.
Apparently.
Sorry, I had to yawn in the middle of the sentence there because you.
So am I boring you?
Yeah, actually, you are.
All right.
So we got a lot of podcasting to do this weekend. We got.
Oh my good Lord, you do.
I do. We got episode number 196. We're recording this weekend. About my Voyager completionist badge.
Yes, congratulations. You'll get many kudos during the podcast, obviously.
Thank you. We're doing a roundtable for our Patreon supporters where they get to come in and ask me anything, and I'm going to answer as honestly as I can.
I might have to jump in to ask you something.
I'm not going to answer anything you ask.
All right. I'll have somebody else do it.
Yeah, whatever.
Shafsky.
Please. Yeah, no, I can only imagine what Casey's going to ask.
Oh, good Lord.
It's a good thing that we're not releasing that in our feed because we'd have to rate that E, and it's not for everybody. It's explicit.
Nice. PlayStation. Sorry. Anyway.
Or Xbox One. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So we try to do these quarterly. Sometimes it's a little longer or a little shorter, depending. But if you are interested in a future one, you can always check out our Patreon at patreon.com/TrekGeeks, where subscription levels start as low as $1 a month, Dan.
100 cents.
Wow.
4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels, $1 bill. Rip a $10 bill into 10 pieces.
The 1/2 part of a $2 bill.
There you go. I like that. Excellent. See, a whole bunch of different ways you can contribute because math is not hard.
Math is not hard. So in the Broadway musical Big River, 2 Star Trek alums are in that cast. Rene Auberjonois is in it, and also Bob Gunton, who is in the episode The Hunted, playing Captain Benjamin Maxwell.
Mm.
And they have a song together. It's called The Royal Nonesuch. And they're these 2 hucksters who are just trying to, they're essentially snake oil salesmen, I think. And at one point, Renee has the line, just 50 cents, the 1/2 part of $1, which is, he speaks it, trying to get people to come on in and see the show. So that's where I got that from. Just a little tangent.
I just like to see him do that as Odo. Because he'd ended off with,
yeah. Rene Auberjonois, lots of musical and musical theater credits to his name.
I love him as the chef in Little Mermaid.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
When I found out that was him, I was like, oh my God.
I know, right?
It's the guy from Benson.
What was his name? Clayton
Endicott III.
Endicott, that's the one. Yes.
And Ethan Phillips was the budget director guy named Pete, whose last name I don't remember.
I never really watched much of Benson back in the day. Yeah.
Did you watch it front in the day?
You're so stupid.
You don't really watch The Office, but that was really kind of Michael Scott-like, the way you paused and just said that very quietly.
I'll take that as a compliment because I have watched a little Office. He is so annoying.
But so funny.
Yes, absolutely. Very funny.
So that's where we're at.
All right.
So yeah. Yeah. We were going to talk some Kieran Reese.
Yeah. Good to have you back in the saddle, my man. Looking good in that Star Trek chair, all ready to go. Wish I had one of those.
Sorry, it's my Charles Nelson Riley.
Wow. Oh, you're Paul Lynn.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
The Paul Lynn Halloween special. I didn't know that such a thing existed.
And the Paul Lynn Christmas Carol.
I've not seen either.
I'm sorry, not Paul Lynn. Rich Little.
Oh, who cares about Rich Little? He sucks.
Just saying.
Yeah, Paul Lynn is like Rich Little, please.
Okay.
I suppose we should end this the way we normally do. You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Let's go, y'all.
Y'all? Wow.
Bing bong, Dan.
Bing bong, Bill.
Welcome to the podcast, Dan.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
You sound very bassy today, Dan.
Well, I'm all about that bass. No treble, Bill.
That doesn't really fit what we're doing today, Dan.
What would you like? Never mind. I'm not even going to touch that one. How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good.
It's a little chilly out this morning, huh?
It is a little chilly, but at least it's sunny for a change. We haven't had that this week. What towns in the United States besides our stupid town would cancel Trick or Treat several days ahead of it because of the possibility of bad weather, and then it turns out to be 70 degrees and nice?
Well, actually, it was super windy and
it's still nice. No, it wasn't raining. It wasn't raining Thursday night at all.
I had rain here.
Well, I'm 5 minutes away, and it didn't rain here. Yeah.
No, we had on and off showers. One time, Abby and I were out in it, and actually, it started to rain again. So,
don't the black clouds always follow you anyway?
Yes, they're usually named Dan Davidson.
That was funny. You're funny.
It's only funny because it's true, Dan.
You've been watching Saturday Night Live Christmas episodes?
No, I'm throwing it back to episode 15 of the Trek Geeks podcast and the original coconut outtake.
Deep cut. Wow, that's fantastic.
Your face is a deep cut.
Oh, there's another one. I actually didn't have coconut coffee today, though, so
thank God. Oh,
I had that maple pecan that you got me. I actually enjoy it.
I didn't get you any maple pecan.
Well, you had some that your household didn't want to use anymore, so you provided them to me.
All right, so my wife bought maple pecan, and said, "This is disgusting. Dan will like it."
Yeah, well, that's nice. Wow, why does your wife have to be so mean?
Well, maybe she didn't say it in those words. I embellish a little.
Yeah, a little.
But I said, "I'll give it to Dan. He likes coffee."
Wow, really? Unbelievable. Why do I even deal with you? I also have friends, I guess, too. Then, huh? Right, Bill? Yeah, bleep that one out too, MFer.
I'm texting the time indexes to you because I can't write them down. So when you get 2 time entries, you'll know what they are.
Okay. That's funny. That's actually quite funny. Yeah. It's I'm looking forward to this conversation, man. It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. Well, I'm really glad that I can actually talk about Voyager somewhat intelligently, because I've seen the episodes now. I can't go, sorry, I haven't seen that one.
Right.
Because, some people would look at me like, wait a second, you're on a podcast called Trek Geeks. You haven't seen all of Voyager?
It happens.
It does. I mean, everybody's fandom is different. I'm glad that I've seen it all just because now I've seen it all.
It's amazing, and it's not just Voyager. I mean, look at our friend Haley. Look at Haley. She didn't watch TOS until last year. TOS, the original Star Trek, she didn't even watch for the first year. So it's okay. It takes some people longer to watch different series, and that's all right. But now you're part of the club, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to it. You're gonna get like a badge, maybe a hat with a little propeller on top, like in the Quisp cereal box that we talked about.
We can't go back to the Quisp thing twice. I mean,
we can go back to it because I want to eat some.
Because going back to that, just now it seems tired.
Speaking of cereal, you know what I miss, and I didn't get this year, that I usually do. Every Halloween, I usually get a box of the Monster cereals because they only come out at Halloween now. And I didn't this year because I'm trying to watch what I'm eating, and I miss them. Frankenberry, baby.
I was more of a Count Chocula and a Blueberry guy.
The other one, Fruit Brute.
I don't remember that one.
That's because it was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was a werewolf on the box. Yeah.
Funko is coming out with like a 7-inch Count Chocula figure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to keep that one in mind. I'm starting to like those.
I didn't at first, but now I kind of dig them. My wife got me a couple of Ron Swanson ones from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
And since then, she is collecting all of the Office ones.
Oh, my goodness. That's pretty awesome.
There's a box that we have. It's full of nothing but Office Funko Pops.
That's great. Well, I got the I've got a couple of Star Trek ones that I've gotten. You've got me one, and I got another one recently. But the Jaws ones are what really got me into it. The shark eating Quint. It's just fantastic. And I got Sue a nice display one this year for Halloween, and it's the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, which is something we both love. So that's sitting out on our table for the Halloween season, which will be packed away probably tomorrow. But yeah, those I when they first came out, I'm like, I really see nothing about these that I would ever like, and now I love them.
I think it's because they've expanded the line so much and come up with so many deep cut things.
So many, yeah, absolutely.
They have special Office ones that are from a specific episode. Mm-hmm. There's this one character that in one of the Office Christmas episodes that Dwight puts on. I think it's in the 8th or 9th season, called Belschnickel, because they have a traditional Schrute family Christmas, and it's a hilarious episode. And they actually put out a Belschnickel Funko Pop. It's pretty amazing. They have one where Jim is dressed as Dwight, and it happens in the tease of the episode. And Jim is imitating Dwight just to throw Dwight off. They're talking about identity theft, and Jim takes it to the nth degree just to annoy Dwight. And they have a Funko Pop of Jim dressed as Dwight.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that they've appealed to hardcore fans with some of these offerings, and I think it's fantastic.
They have thousands of them.
Yeah, I keep hoping for Discovery Funko Pops. I'd love to see a Saru one.
Oh, that would be great. All right, Funko.com, if you're listening.
CBS, if you're listening.
Oh, that's true. Get that license. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That would be
Make
pretty
this
cool.
happen.
Yeah,
Separate me from more of my money, please.
Yeah, because we need that. Yeah. I don't know. A Galt Funko. Wait a minute. Don't they already have a license? Because there are Star Trek ones.
Well, all the Discovery stuff happened under a separate license, remember?
Oh, and also, okay. I was going to say, aren't they all the Funko ones for Star Trek from the movies, but they're not, so.
Right. I have a Star Trek Beyond Spock, and you have Mirror Mirror Spock.
I have Mirror Mirror Spock and Scotty from the original series.
Right.
Yeah. So cool.
I think Beyond was the last set of Star Trek ones they did. But I know there's TOS ones. I think there's TNG ones.
I'm not sure. I know that they're aptly named because they're fun.
You are an idiot.
It's a happy day.
I hate you so much.
Happy Days Funkos. Yeah.
All right, Marion. Actually, you know what? You know who you would be on Happy Days?
Who?
You'd be Chuck.
The brother?
Yep.
Wow.
Because we'd see you once, and then we'd never see you again.
That would he's a basketball player left, didn't he? Wow. Thanks a lot. I think you'd be Pinky Tuscadero.
He's in the pilot, and you never see him again. They refer to him a couple of times, but never again.
You'd be the shark.
I would be Pinky Tuscadero because I would rock that look.
You would. Mm-hmm. You'd be the clap on your thigh thing. Or was that leather? That was leather. Was that leather or Pinky?
That was leather.
Okay.
That was leather.
All right.
Susie Quattro. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Cool. You'd be the shark that Fonzie jumps over, and then the series shuts down because it's stupid.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. Thank you.
If I were a shark, I would just bite you like Quint.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which,
I've never seen Jaws, so.
What? Wait a second. There are things that have happened on this podcast that you did not know about me and were surprised. That shocks me.
I never had an interest.
I never had an interest in doing a podcast yet. Look at us. We're doing episode 196.
Well, it's the best decision I ever made for you.
Speaking of Jaws, I have to give huge props to Lee Sargent. because the other day he tweeted out, I don't know if I want to do a Jaws doodle or a Jurassic Park doodle. So I tweeted back to him the word Jaws about 150 times, and he did one, and it was gorgeous. And he goes, the original is still out there for as long as anybody wants, if somebody wants to grab it. I grabbed it. I'm getting a Jaws Lee Sargent doodle, and it's beautiful.
I have seen a Jaws movie. I just haven't seen the original Jaws.
It is my favorite movie of all time.
The one Jaws movie I've seen was Jaws 3 in 3D.
With Lou Gossett Jr.
And Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, very bad.
Oh, at the time, because 3D movies were the thing. There was a fad back then in the 80s. And I went with my older sister and my brother-in-law. And we're going to go see Jaws 3. It's in 3D. It'll be cool. It's about a shark attack. I'm like, all right, cool. I had fun at the time, but interestingly enough, it didn't make me want to go back and watch the original or the sequel that actually is good.
Yeah, Jaws 2 isn't bad. I'll tell you what, Jaws 3 was a Best Picture Oscar performance compared to the tripe of Jaws 4.
Was that the one that was called The Revenge?
Yeah. Now, the shark followed Michael Caine and the wife down to the Caribbean because, as the tagline said, this time it's personal.
So wait, The Revenge was the shark's revenge?
Yeah. That's how I take it. It followed them down. And the climax of the movie, Michael Caine's plane crashed into the water, and they were kind of sitting on the surface as they were fighting the shark.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Michael Caine is not in any of the other Jaws movies.
No. But in 4, if I remember correctly, I haven't seen it so long because it's so horrible, as much as Brandon might disagree with me. Chief Brody has passed away. So she is a widow and meets him. Yeah.
Oh, so he's getting on with Chief Brody's wife.
Yeah.
Because he's not in 3 either.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not in 3 either. The kids are in 3.
Right.
One of the kids is like the runner of the SeaWorld mock-off. And in Jaws 4, I think there's one, if not both of the kids also. So, and the mother. It's just horrendously bad.
So allegedly they killed the shark every time. How can this shark know revenge if the other 3 sharks are dead?
If I understand correctly, the shark in Jaws 4 found the journal from the shark in Jaws 1 and always wanted to become like the next Darth Vader type shark. So yeah.
You're an idiot. Are you ready to do this?
I am ready. Wow, this is a fun outtake today.
I can't deal with you. Just read the copy. What comes next? Bing bong.
Bong bing.
Really?
I'm going to talk backwards the whole show.
That would be the most intelligent you've ever sounded. Yes.
All I can think of is Ace Ventura. Let's see that replay.
All I can think of is the Missy Elliott song "Work It."
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm functioning at peak performance.
That would be a first.
Well, that's kind of a little tie-in, but whatever.
Yeah, it was dumb. Kind of like your face.
Look at that. We both said it just about at the same time. That's pretty
Except
good.
I finished, so.
What? That's the first time for everything. Anyway.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for coming. This is a fun episode.
It really is. Although I'm surprised. I'm really kind of surprised you think Wesley cheated.
We'll get into that. Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, technically, we've already gotten into it.
I know, but we'll get into it more. Yeah. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. It's the outtake. So it's already.
It's the outtake.
I always have thought that, and as I watched it again, I was getting irritated. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening. He's cheating. He's cheating. If they win, he cheated. I don't like what he did. And he goes, oh, I didn't cheat, I improvised. Commander Riker's too soon for this. No, you cheated, you little brat.
I'm from Starfleet. We don't lie, except when I'm trying to take an experiment off the Enterprise.
And let's just carry it off away from Aaron with this smirk on your face, like, yeah, I pulled the wool all over their eyes. Ha ha ha.
I love how we call him Aaron and not Burke.
I know. He'll always be Aaron to me.
But, if this were, a real situation where, they were trying to, if they were really in a conflict of sorts and not in a war game, that's a thing that would be on the table.
But it was a war game.
But it was. But the idea was to create a situation where this ship could become ready somehow.
Shut up, Wesley.
My name's not Wesley, it's Bill.
Shut up anyway, because you're wrong.
Wow. People say I love to be right.
No, see, I gotta correct myself. I'm sorry. There is no wrong. There are opinions, and everybody has their opinions, and we're all LLAP here, IDIC. So yeah,
you're entitled to your opinion, even though it sucks.
I knew you were gonna say something like that because that's just the way you are.
Well, no, you just did.
I know, but I just apologized and took it back and walked it back and threw it back and. Stab you in the back, whatever you want to say, man.
I would love to stab you in the back. Oh my god! I do it with a spoon.
Wow. Ooh. Now let me ask you this: what would drive you more crazy? Me acting like Call Rami all the time with, or the Tribble? They're dangerous.
I hate Cyrano Jones. I think you've got your answer.
Okay.
The problem with the Kohlrami thing is that most of the time it's not loud enough for your microphone to pick up.
Well, that's true.
So, I mean, unless you're doing it at an absurdly loud volume, which wouldn't sound right.
No, that's not dumb.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I like him. He's cool.
Well, him and his weird hairline.
And
makeup.
And hello.
I expect him to start snorting like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory. I like to play Stratagema.
Stratagema on Benicia. Jeez. Well, we really shouldn't laugh at our own jokes. That just makes the podcast horrible, Bill.
Whoa, that's a deep cut. That's what we haven't heard in a while.
I know, really. Oh gosh.
Well, it's funny. Because I'm overly professorial and sentimental.
Oh,
God, I love this episode.
You're such a drama queen.
Low-end podcaster.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
So low-end that we're about to cut our 200th episode in a couple of weeks. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, you know what? We're putting out Star Trek content. It doesn't take us 7 years to do an episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You still have the only Aries Studios that has ever turned out regular Star Trek content.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
And it hasn't cost anybody a dime.
I know. Yeah.
You didn't require $1.5 million.
This would have been the podcast. I would come to your house and broadcast every night if that was the case, which probably would have been a bad thing.
No, because you would have gotten to see Abby in the living room. We never would have made it past that. You would have just been puppy belly the whole night.
Would be like my little Abby. She likes me.
I know you. Oh, Abby loves you.
I love that dog.
She's a little whiter in the face now.
Yeah. No.
She's actually going to be 10 at the end on Friday.
Callie just turned 12 a couple weeks ago. Halloween, actually.
Yeah.
Halloween day. Yep. And she looks young. She looks 10 years younger than Arya. Arya's an old maid. She goes to bed at like 8 o'clock. She looks at us when we're sitting in the living room, and she just walks into the bedroom and goes and lays in her bed.
That sounds delightful at this age. I would love to go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know, huh? Oh, gosh.
All right, buddy. Were you ready to do this?
Yeah, this is going to be fun. It already was fun because we're in the outtake now, but you know what I mean.
It's the timey-wimey thing. I got it. Shut up and read the copy. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Yeah, see, you're killing.
It's not early morning.
No, I don't know what your excuse is.
It's not early morning. My voice is much deeper in the morning.
Yeah, but you still die during the whole low end of that.
Well, low end. that's a funny theme. All right, let me try it again. Hold on. Bing bong. Better. There we go.
Oh yeah, so much better. Thank you. Yeah. I really
ring-a-ling, ding dong.
So glad you went back to do that again. Thank you for take two.
Well, it's my help. I'm here to help you because
that would be a first.
I'm turning over a new leaf.
198 episodes, and finally you decide to help me. Wow, I suppose it's never too early.
Well, you've got enough credit all these 200 episodes almost.
So I walked into our chiropractor's office this morning. I say this because we go to the same chiropractor. And he told me, he goes, hey, so I started listening to a podcast today. It's the episode 00. It's an introduction. These two Star Trek geeks from New Hampshire. So he started listening to our show, which I think is pretty cool. That's
very cool. That a similar situation happened Wednesday at lunch at work. I was down getting lunch on the first floor, and a guy gave me my plate, and he looked at my shirt and goes, "Hey, I just saw somebody else with that shirt on." I said, "Yeah, it's probably my podcast partner." He's like, "Podcast? I love podcasts." So he took down all the information. I gave him one of our cards, and he's going to start listening to it.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go. So if you're listening now, person at the food place, welcome aboard.
Good of you to get his name.
Yeah, sorry, he didn't have a name tag on, and I wasn't really paying attention to him anyway.
Wait, Dan Davidson, man of the people.
Oh, goodness gracious. So as we record, as the Patreons just heard, you're getting ready to leave on a jet plane. Don't know when you're coming back again, but
I actually do. I'm coming back Black Friday.
All right.
So here's what I've learned, because my wife and I fly to the Atlanta area every year for Thanksgiving to spend it with family. And we used to fly back on either Saturday or Sunday, and it was an all-day affair. Okay. Delays, stress, it was elbow to elbow just walking through the terminal. The best day to fly back is Black Friday because nobody is in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, which is one of the busiest airports in the country, if not the busiest,
right?
Depending on the year. And you can get through security in 90 seconds. That doesn't happen any other day of the year.
Wow. Well, good. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we fly back Black Friday pretty much every year now, and it's great. We have a stress-free trip. The plane's never full, which is even better. And we get home with a couple of days to spare, so we can ease back into to normal life.
That's always good. We've decided to do that for a lot of our trips. We'll get back if we get back on a Friday, or if we're having a vacation, we'll try to get back at least a day early, if not two, so that we can relax and get back into the swing of things in New Hampshire before we get back to the work grind. So,
right.
Cool. I like that you're doing that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Make you a better person to deal with.
Well, I doubt that's true.
Because normally you're just reprehensible jackass, but that's all right.
Wow. Are you creating a fan film anytime soon?
I'm sorry. Was it coming out on purpose?
Yeah, I know it was.
Sorry.
Really
I
was.
gotta stop doing that. Sorry.
So I got into a bit of a Twitter spat with the producer of a professional podcast. By professional, I mean one produced by a major cable network.
Okay.
Because they made an excuse on their podcast because you couldn't hear. Well, there was a disparity between the volumes.
Okay.
One host, you could, if you turned up your radio, you get blown out, but you could barely hear the other person. So it meant they weren't leveling the tracks in post-production using something like a phonic or levelator, which is getting a little, too deep into how the sausage is made. But
right.
The comment I made, and then this person mocked me for being a Star Trek fan and a professional Star Trek fan at that. And I'm saying to myself, I'd rather be a professional Star Trek fan, which I'm not professional, but than an amateur a-hole or a bully. And that applies to fan film producers too. So
it does, or people that pretend to be.
Yeah, I came up with a great idea.
What's that?
I think you and I should should produce a fan film.
Okay.
I think we should do the Kelvin timeline version of Axanar. Because that's a fan film that would actually get made.
Oh, that's true. We got our own studio that we know Star Trek content comes out of every week.
All green screen.
Uh-huh.
So not a single physical set.
Okay.
But the Kelvin timeline version of Axanar, wouldn't that be the best?
Can Tom Petty be in it?
Well, no, Dan, he's dead. Why would Tom Petty be in it?
No, I just mean his music.
No.
Okay. I don't know why that just popped into my head.
I don't either. That's really kind of random.
I don't know. Last Dance with Mary Jane, anyway. I think that's a great idea. Let's do it.
We should announce that that's what we're going to do.
Do we have to raise $1.4 million for nothing?
Oh, no. I think we would do this all volunteer.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. I mean, because there's rumors that happened once and $1.4 million was raised for some crap that never took place, and there's still fundraisers going on for the same thing, but nothing's been done.
Well, there was a day and a half of shooting. A day and a half, Dan. Come on.
Okay. It only took him 6 years.
So think about it. The Kelvin Timeline version of Axanar.
I'm digging it. You get that script up.
Yeah, you could play Garth.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not going to be sullied by that name because other people have done it.
Well,
actually, it's in the Kelvin timeline, so it'd be a completely different. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, you'd be perfect for the role then.
That's what I mean.
Just like somebody else. So, yeah, just think about that. Kelvin timeline.
I'll give that some serious thought.
Thanks, JJ.
Bad robot.
Wow, that was probably the best you've ever sounded. So I've been watching The Mandalorian.
Me too.
And have you watched episode 3?
No, not yet.
It came out today as we record this.
Yeah.
And I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I want the episodes to be longer than half an hour.
Yeah. You know what? You should. I'm going to say right now to the producers of The Mandalorian, make the episodes longer than a half an hour. I have spoken.
Oh God, I hate you so much.
I couldn't believe that was Nick Nolte. I freaked out when I found that out.
I know, right? So I know you're not doing a regular Thanksgiving this year, but if you were, what would be your favorite thing to eat during a typical Thanksgiving dinner?
I'll tell you what, it's something that's been a favorite of mine for years, and it's more of an appetizer, but I always have them on my plate, and it's celery sticks with cream cheese and olives mixed together and spread on them. They are the best snack afterwards as well. They are fantastic.
Really?
My mom has made them since I was a little kid. We only have them at Thanksgiving. It's a once a year thing. There's nothing better, man. They are so good. I love them.
My favorite thing in the world is my father's stuffing. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't show anybody in the family how to make it other than my brother-in-law who lives in Georgia. Yep. So one year my brother-in-law taught me how to make my dad's stuffing. And some years, depending on what time he gets up to put the bird on, I will get up and make the stuffing with him, and we'll get the bird in the oven at some ungodly hour, and I'll go back to bed. Yeah. But just the smell of it takes me right back to some of the more happier memories of my childhood. Yeah. And just tasting it, it really is like going back in time. It's amazing.
Isn't it amazing that the olfactory sense is the one that takes people back to early childhood memories more than anything else?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It really is something. But yeah, I also, this is kind of weird. I haven't had real cranberry sauce very often. I've had it a little bit from time to time. But as a kid, I used to love the cranberry sauce in a can that was like the shape of a can.
That's my favorite.
I love that stuff. Put a little gravy on that. We can eat cranberry sauce on Benicia.
That actually sounds delightful. I love the canned cranberry sauce. Mm-hmm. It's just, if it doesn't look like it came straight out of a cheap aluminum can, I'm not on board.
I'll tell you what, though. I think it was last year my sister made cranberry sauce using real cranberries in a pot, and they would, when they boil, they pop.
Yeah.
And, that was really good, too.
It's the only time of the year I have cranberries.
Yeah, me too. So. Absolutely. Although I have come up with a very good cranberry martini for the holidays, which is really tasty. And it's got ginger ale or Sprite to give it a little fizz.
So you'll be inviting me over for the holidays to have one of those.
For that and the chili chocolate Kahlua martini that I posted on Facebook last week, which is phenomenal, I will say myself.
It's amazing because somebody listening to this show might think we were alcoholics.
Maybe.
I don't have time for meetings. So I prefer to think of myself as a drunk.
And did you see the name of the drink with the spicy Kahlua chili chocolate?
No.
My wife came up with this one.
No.
Sexual chocolate.
Y'all look so lovely here.
Sexual chocolate. Oh, goodness.
Now, I want to do Eddie Murphy singing The Greatest Love of All because that's one of my favorite bits. But so Spotify would kill us.
What? Even though it's from a movie and it's not the actual song?
But it is the actual song.
But he's doing it so badly.
It doesn't matter. It's
right.
you pay the royalty based on the performance of the song.
Oh, all right. Okay.
They were licensed to use it for the movie and paid to use it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can't do it though, because that is a good bit.
Maybe someday on Patreon we have to do all of our favorite songs that we can't do
yes.
on the regular podcast.
That's a good idea.
Since we don't run into this problem on Patreon.
Make it so.
Yes, and in case anybody's been interested in our Patreon, I know we've had a couple of new patrons this week and a couple of upgraded patrons. We just released the shirt design for 2020 and the pin design for 2020.
Oh, that pin.
Both of which I worked very hard on. So it's great, and we're thinking about some other extra perk that might be pretty cool. So
yes. I gotta say, man, the work that you did on that shirt and the pin completely blew me away. It was
really
phenomenal. Yes, it is so great. It takes every one of the shows from the network and brings it all together in one pin, and it's just gorgeous. Well done.
Thank you. Well, I have to give all the credit to Larry and McGregor, who did the Polytrex logo, because that's what I used for my inspiration. Mm-hmm. And without that, I don't know that I would have come to that particular design, but I'm really psyched about it. I'm glad that we're going to have something that represents the network in year 2 of our Patreon. And it's if we had many more shows, we're going to need to put out a bigger pin.
Hey, I want to throw out a special hug to our girl, 24-year-old Trekkie. Just want to do that, Allie. Love you, babe.
We do, and great member of our Trek Geeks family, and looking forward to Who Is Trek. And one of these days, we'll be able to break bread with her in the same room. But her Trek family on this side of the ocean is missing her a great deal.
Absolutely.
You ready to do this?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, whatever. A-hole.
Wow.
Jerk. Nice. Is that better? Jerk better?
You're so mean. It's time of thanks.
I'm thanking you for being a jerk.
You jerk.
Bing bong, Dan.
Sup?
Hello, Dan.
Sup?
Dan, this is the portion of the show where we do the bing bong.
Bing bong.
How are you today, Dan?
Oh my God, I am so sick of your voice.
That's not very nice to say, Dan.
You know what? Every time you say that, all I can think of is Ray Finkel in Ace Ventura when she's like, "Hello, Dan," when she wants to I forget what her name. Einhorn, Lois Einhorn. When she's playing Lois Einhorn, she says, "Dan," and then kisses him. So don't kiss me.
Lisa's out, Dan.
Exactly.
Dan, welcome to Trek NPR. I'm your host, Bill Smith. It's a pleasure to have you here today to talk about Star Trek. Wake up, Dan.
I'm sorry. Are you going to do this the whole outtake? Because it's really, really, really bad.
I don't come on your show and talk about how bad your voice is, you insensitive jerk.
I didn't say your voice was bad. You said your voice was bad. So
I think if we rewind the tape, your insult will be very apparent, Dan.
Rewind the tape with a pencil eraser. Maybe I used to do that.
It's government funding here, Dan.
Although we should have better equipment.
Really? Government funding? You think we'd have better equipment?
Yeah, $40,000 toilet seats or whatever that used to be. Anyway, are you done?
$120,000 hammer, Dan.
Which I would put in the back of your skull right now. Anyway, it's good to see you, pal. How are you?
Oh, violence notwithstanding, it's great to talk to you too, my friend, mi amigo, mi compadre.
Oh, that's the noche.
Excuse me?
I don't know. I just don't even know what you're doing.
Donde está el baño?
That's right over there.
Thank you, Dan.
So, I'm not even going to say anything because I just know how you're going to answer it. So, I'll just be quiet. Oh, he's coughing now. Yeah. It's the quietest he's ever been. When he presses that mute button. Isn't it great? Oh, he's back. Here he comes, people.
What is it you were going to say, Dan?
I don't even know. I have no idea. I have no clue. No. Are you being like Vulcan-y right now? Because it kind of ties to what we're talking about.
I think I mentioned that this is Trek NPR, Dan.
When's Alec going to be on?
Who?
Exactly. You low-end podcaster.
Today, Dan, we have a wonderful topic that we'll be speaking about to our listeners. It's about one of the central characters in the series Enterprise, which later, you may not know, was renamed Star Trek Enterprise. I speak, of course, of the character T'Pol, which is spelled T, apostrophe, capital P, lowercase o, L.
It's the L lowercase?
T'Pol.
You're a very brilliant man. Thank you. I look forward to the conversation. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this show for the last 198 episodes as we hone in on 200. I swear to God, if we have to talk like this going forward after episode 200, I might have to jump off a building.
That would be delightful, Dan. It's only so long I can keep up the NPR bit.
Jeez, that is just... all I can think of is the Christmas skit on Saturday Night Live with Baldwin, which is one of the best skits ever.
Sweaty balls. Yeah.
Sweaty balls, yep. Absolutely awesome.
And this was not unlike the coconut outtake from the STLV for Noobs episode yep. 15, where essentially I started off with that voice, and it evolved into coconut. So
yes. Just the good old days. See, now I don't have any inflection in my voice because you wore me down, and now I just feel like I have to talk like that all day.
Some might say you've actually never had any inflection in your voice, and they'd be right.
Wow. Okay. So anyway.
Talk about boring and monotonous, more so than your face. Your voice actually takes it to a whole new level.
I don't like my voice, I gotta say.
That's amazing because I don't like your face.
I thought you were gonna say, well, nobody likes your voice, but so I appreciate that. But I don't like my face either or my voice. I just don't like myself, Bill.
You know what the funny part is that most people assume your voice goes with my face. So what kind of statement does that make?
Yeah. Oof.
It means you look fantastic but sound horrible.
Or it could be I sound horrible and look fantastic if I wanted to compliment you.
Isn't that the reverse of what I just said?
Absolutely it is. I just wanted to see if you catch it.
It's amazing that you're trying to see if you can catch me.
Yeah. Go down.
Help me, Spock. Help me, Spock.
And this week on Trek Geeks. I'm sorry. We're not supposed to laugh at ourselves because that's just dumb.
I laugh at you every single time we record. I just want you to know.
Oh, I laugh at you when you're not around, so that's even better. So there you go.
Yeah, but I usually laugh at you right in your face. And that's because of primarily your face.
I don't really appreciate the fact that you have to be insulting like that.
I'm not. The truth is no insult.
I knew that was coming. I walked right into that rake.
So, we have our 200th episode coming up next week. And you and I have done no work for it. That's because we aren't hosting it. We aren't producing it. We just really showed up and recorded one segment.
We are but guests. And I don't mean but guests. I mean, we're just guests. So that's going to be I don't know. Don't even ask the question. I will drive over to your house and punch you right in the throat. Yeah. So it's kind of nice. And it's going to be like it has the potential of being a mega episode. And we have not had many of those.
I'm going to ask the question anyway, because in order to punch me in the throat, you'd have to shovel a path to my front door, and I could use that right about now.
I'll just drive right into your freaking front door with my truck.
What's a butt guest?
I have no idea.
You are so stupid.
But I don't know if you have a guest who's a real dummy. Butt guest.
Is that like a butt co-host?
Like a butthead. I'm a co-host and it's just so...
That was really adult, Dan.
God, here we go.
Really adult.
Hi, Abby. How you doing? I was just going to say hi to your dog.
She can't hear you.
Oh, actually, she probably can. Actually.
Well, that's probably why she's pretending to be asleep.
Wow. You were...
All right, jerk, you ready to do this thing?
Let's talk women of Trek. Yeah, baby.
Do it.
Music for Trek Geeks is provided by 5 Year Mission. They are writing one song for each episode of the original series. Download their music at 5yearmission.net. Trek Geeks, a Star Trek podcast, is a production of Coconut Media Works, executive producer Bill Smith. For even more Star Trek discussion, check out Discovering Trek, a Star Trek Discovery companion, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and discoveringtrek.com.